What's up, Flannelverse? I am here with Ball Mania III champion, also the founder of Legendary Upside, which of course released the Sidekick tool, which has real-time assistance based on simulations. Probably the most powerful tool in best ball, definitely the most powerful tool in best ball right now. Excited to be here with Pat Kerrane. Pat, how are you doing today?
Doing good. Yeah, excited to draft some BBM teams. I've been in the streets. It's fun to see how much movement there is now. Like everything was kind of static, for June and part of July, and now sometimes I'm like, wait, what?
It's
I gotta
nuts
I
how
gotta
quick
take
things
this guy here.
are there any players that you are particularly targeting right now with the movement?
One of the guys I'm targeting pretty heavily right now is RJ Harvey. I'm targeting him both in Best Ball Mania and the smaller stake stuff, and also in the Eliminator, which I have a bunch of slows going in. Um, uh, he seems like the guy that everyone forgot to get hyped about in the first preseason week. Like Travion Henderson jumps up from like the early sixth to the late fourth because he looks awesome, because he is awesome. But
Yeah.
we already knew that. And then Harvey actually starts the game when we were told he definitely wouldn't. And whether or not that was because J.K. Dobbins lost his helmet doesn't really matter to me. They started Harvey, it happened. And man, if he's their starter to begin the season, his trajectory is so nice. And yeah, I mean, you can still just sit there in the late fifth, maybe even the early sixth. I've got him in the early sixth since the preseason game. Done stuff where I took Zay Flowers, stacked with Lamar, and pushed Harvey and got him. So he's definitely a big target for me right now. And then the other thing I'm trying to figure out is like how much to take some of these big fallers. Because I do think that some of the fallers are targets, but I don't want to just like have my whole August portfolio be guys who were falling. That
Yeah.
that seems a little scary. So
Yeah.
but I do like I'm starting to take Judkins in the 150s and
Oh God.
60s.
Yeah.
I know,
It
but
scares me. Yeah, I did a stream today with Connor Allen from 4for4, who said that he thinks there's like a 75% chance that Judkins does not play this year, which I feel like that is the Pete does the truth serum takes. I feel like that's one. I'm not that's not gonna be mine, but I feel like that's kind of my truth serum take, is that I've all along sort of felt like it's more likely than not that he's not gonna play, but like I can't say that because it's like it feels like it's bad to say. Like it's probably wrong. It's probably wrong to think that he's not gonna play at all this year, but just the vibes are so bad there. Like not with the team yet. Everything they say is just like negative there. So to be clear, I'm actually with you. I've started drafting him sometimes, like pick 160, 170, but every time I'm like, this feels like a wasted pick. Just does not feel good.
no, it just doesn't feel good. Yeah, I'm with you. But I do it with I'll have like three strong running backs, and then I'll take Bashal Tootin. And then like today I did one where I forget exactly what I had, but it was like three pretty good running backs up top. And then I took Bashal Tootin, Quinshon Judkins, and Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. And that was the total room. And JCM has actually he's someone I'm still targeting, especially in BBM where he wasn't drafted for a big part of the tournament. So I'm like, yeah, let me get that guy who shows up. I show up to a pod and the other people don't have him, even after he had a really good season. But I mean, this is a 7th round rookie who is rising like on camp hype, which like he could be nothing too. So that he's been kind of my line in the sand on some. Like I'm trying to like with the guy like Judkins, I'm like, yeah, he could be a 0, but couldn't Corey Krosky Merritt be a 0?
That's a fair point. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I feel like, and clearly like you do the work with the sidekick, so your inputs are going in there, which of course I'm using, and I'm getting a lot of Judkins as the top suggestion, and I IKB off of that one, and rarely IKB off of Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. And you're right, like it's probably like it's maybe, yeah, I guess I don't know. It's really tough to do those ranges of outcomes. I don't envy you for having to be the one to do it for all of us using the sidekick, but yeah, that's it's an interesting one to think about what the range of outcomes is for each of those guys.
yeah, and it's like the thing with Judkins too is that he does give you, when you think about what drafting late, what's the advantage of drafting late versus drafting early, and you have all the information, but you also have access to like, typically it's not that you have access to combos that are crazy, because your combos usually are worse. It's like, yeah, you might have an uncommon combo, but it's because you, with the information, you now know to take the guy in the
Yeah.
6th round instead of the 9th round. But there's guys that, drafters that back in May happened onto that right combo at a much cheaper price, which is kind of one of the advantages of drafting early. But with a big faller like Judkins, and Besh, I would throw in here,
Yep.
Jalen Knoll, some of
Najee,
these guys,
if you like him, Mixon.
Najee, sure, that's one I'm actually not really doing, but maybe I
Me
should
neither.
now that he's
Yeah.
in team drills. But maybe it's time to start mixing in some Najee for that same reason. Kyle Williams, I think, will eventually become this. He's continuing to fall. Where like you have, it's not as big a deal as Judkins, who was going in like the 6-7 turn, and now is available at like the 170s. But some of these guys are now becoming 18th round picks, and they're rookie wide receivers. And it's like Jack Besh is an 18th round pick because he's the wide receiver 4 on the Raiders in August, but he's their 2nd round pick. Like
Right.
the end of season bull case hasn't really changed. Maybe
Yep.
it's like slightly lower because he didn't seize an opportunity and become the wide receiver 2 in camp, and that universe isn't the one we're in. But yeah, I mean, guys who emerge down the stretch and really like come on as rookies do halfway through their rookie season, where they start really flashing in practice, and then they start getting more opportunity and they take advantage of it, and then they get more run. Like that whole journey doesn't like that's what we're banking on, and that just
Right.
comes down to how good is this guy, and that's like a kind of a more fundamental question that isn't going to change over a couple weeks in August. But we're seeing big shifts in some of these rookie bets. At the same time, I am chasing up like Torrey Horton. Coker's not a rookie, but it seems like he's part of the plans now, so he's part of my plans
Yep.
too. A.D. Mitchell, another 2nd-year guy that I was excited about, had a kind of rough first week of camp. Now he's like really tearing up camp, getting a ton of positive quotes from the coaches and from beat writers. So like some of these guys who are, changing, like Deontay Thornton, I'm really into
Yeah.
now. He's a starter day 1. That's cool.
Yep.
So I'm trying not to like lose sight of the rookie upside on the fallers, but the guys who are starting to make noise 1st and 2nd year, I also like am taking that pretty seriously. So yeah, not
Yep.
ignoring some of the hype on the later guys, but also not becoming just completely, it being my only source of truth.
And I'll sell for you for a second here. The sidekick, a great for anybody who has a lot of volume left. I mean, you guys are updating that daily. Like I've already
Oh
today I
yeah,
was doing a draft for like
multiple
Torrey
times a
Horton.
day.
Saw Torrey
Yeah,
Horton
yeah.
in the 16th round or something was a suggested pick. Like it's as you are changing your opinions on players, I see it because I'm using the sidekick. Yeah, highly recommend for anybody who has any kind of volume left. Definitely worth checking out. The
And it
sidekick.
supports the eliminator and the
Yeah.
marathon, the
Oh,
sprint, and all those types of contests. So
so I have 2 more questions that I wanted to ask you. That was actually one that somebody had posted. I don't see it in chat anymore, but they had posted it yesterday. They want to know your opinion on which contest do you think the sidekick gives you the best edge in?
well, I mean, I like to say BBM since that's the flagship, right? But I
Yeah.
think if you're the eliminator is the one that I can speak from experience of like I didn't really I hadn't put that much thought into how to play the eliminator, and using the sidekick, there's certain tactics that kind of you're like, oh yeah, this is actually a really good format for bully tight end.
Yep.
And that's if you're using the sidekick and eliminator, you will get recommended McBride and Bowers because the ADP is wrong on Bowers and McBride. They're better picks in the eliminator format where you're just trying to like put in points, and wide receivers are way cheaper. So you can do builds in the eliminator where it's like, running back Bowers, which should already be not a thing that's possible, but it is. Running back Bowers McBride, or running back Bowers, running back McBride, and then your receivers are still going to be like you can get like a Terry McLaurin because he falls on the contract stuff. You
Yep.
can have like totally fine receivers, guys that I don't like love, but like a Calvin Ridley. You can get Jalen Waddle, you can get Olave, you can get Jennings, like you can get like totally fine receivers by not attacking receiver early in the eliminator. And like the the way the eliminator works is like you're so many of your teams are going to get knocked out in the very beginning of
Yeah. Yep.
like 50%, like just do 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5. It gets low quick, you know. So you're losing a ton of your teams every week, and I think people are maybe like I think the elite tight end thing is not really like factored into people's mind for the eliminator. Where if you have Bowers and McBride, you're slotting in a really strong score to your tight end position every week. And that would be a problem if there was huge opportunity cost of wide receiver to get that, but there isn't. They go cheaper than they do on, you know, in Best Ball Mania or the puppy or whatever. And the wide receivers go way cheaper. So you can backfill those points reasonably well. And you can do stuff in the eliminator where you are kind of just like front loading the team's points. These are not sexy teams that are built for week 17. Because like if you get to week 17, like, oh my God, you did it.
$80,000 or something for third place. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking to Sacrilegious about this, like to get like 15,000, I think you need to make it to week 14 or something. I don't have it up, but you can get, you have to make that amount of money BBM, you have to make the final and then finish well in the final. Yep. So like the week 17 stuff is all that matters stuff. Like that's, in order to make money BBM, you have to be alive in week 17 and then do at least pretty well. But in the eliminator, you can actually make like a decent amount of money by getting close. So that alone makes it a very different tournament, where it's not all about making the final eliminator. Obviously that's the goal, but you can 500x your money, you know, by falling, you know, a few weeks short of even making the final. So yeah, the eliminator one, like the thing with the sidekick that I think is really fun is like with a format like that I haven't put that much thought into, and seeing how the top recommendations are coming in, it's kind of like teaching me how to play it a little bit. Oh yeah. And then you know, I do IKB on it, but I tend to do stuff where it's like, all right, it wants me to take Kamara again, and I will take Kamara, but not always. Sometimes I'm going to take Harvey, you know, or it's like, you know, Kenneth Walker or Chuba, and I'm like, I'm taking Harvey because Harvey's going to crush, and that's more fun. And then I get the end to see. I'll take a little sliver off my early, you know, my week 3 advance rate, and try to win the tournament with Harvey crushing down the stretch, because I think he gives you the best of both worlds, maybe. But yeah, the eliminator one has been really fun to just kind of actually get a better sense of how to play it.
Yeah, no, I love using it for the eliminator. It's pretty interesting. Like I don't want to like give away everything that it's telling me, but like it's pretty like things where I'm like, I have 4 running backs and 1 wide receiver, and it's still telling me to take another running back. I'm like, whoa, I would never consider doing this. So I was just building on my own. Like I already have 4 running backs, and it's still saying like, no, just take these projected points early. You can make it up at wide receiver. Pretty interesting to see that. All right. I do want to
it's probably closer to it. Sorry, but it's probably closer to like building, you know, battle royales than it is to BBMs. And it's like, hey, if you could build like 2 battle royales for weeks 1 and 2, you know, with like a full roster, what would that look like? Yeah, like you'd probably have more than 4 running backs that project well. Yeah, so
I want to get this in a draft in 1 second, but first I did just want to ask you, did you catch the preceding show, Pete's show before this with Davis?
I haven't watched it yet. No,
oh my God, it was. Have you heard anything about it?
I've heard that there's so you 2 have heard the
that was not the plan. The plan was so Pete had set it up as it's going to be Davis as Pete hosting, and then Pete as Davis as the guest. And then Davis shows up as Pete doing Davis. And Pete like did not know that Davis was going to be Pete doing Davis. He thought it was just going to be doing Davis doing Pete. And it was hilarious. I was like literally crying like as Pete is like, what is going on? Like Pete's like, this is a surprise to me also, like in Davis's voice, like, dude, this is a surprise to all of us, really. It was so good. Yeah, it was, you should check that out after this stream, of course.
I will. I will.
All right. I will get us into a draft here. We're gonna do BBM. So if anybody wants to join us, entering now, if it lets me. All right, looks like we need about 6 more for this BBM. Yeah, this is the sidekick over here that we've been talking about. I'm sure most people on my channel already know about the sidekick. But yeah, the other thing you brought it up, but it's pretty interesting with the sidekick, or with the eliminator in general, that it's like it's the one contest where you kind of have to reformat how you think about it, because it's like you're not just trying to win, and it took me a little while to like shake that part of it. Like, okay, how do I make a team that is going to win? And I guess that's true of all contests. Like you're just trying to build the best EV lineup possible. But that's one for the eliminator in particular. Like just like some of the suggestions are like, yeah, it might just like help you get to week 14. We're already making $10,000 or whatever. It's a fascinating contest.
Yeah, like sometimes depending on the way you've kind of built, like one move in the eliminator could be to actually stack like a week 14 bye,
Right.
and be like, yeah, this team's probably is gonna have a tough time making it out of week 14, but like it's gonna have a good chance to make it to week 14. There's just there's some pretty cool edges with this format, which is with the eliminator format, which is pretty new.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get 100K for second.
Isn't it like 80K for third?
It's 76K for third.
76K, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Anyway, that's we're doing BBM here. Pat, do you have a favorite spot to draft?
So the things I'm trying to do right now, I want more Gibbs, and I like scooping Jefferson. So probably like 5 is probably my favorite spot right now, because I'm like, oh, I could get Gibbs, I can get Jefferson. But then today I think I was at a 5 and Barkley fell to me, and I was annoyed.
Really?
Which I shouldn't have been, because he's a great
Barkley?
pick at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have in your head like what you're gonna do. Like, this is gonna be a draft where I take
All right.
Gibbs or Jefferson.
So we're on in the 8-hole. Neighbors is a suggestion by the sidekick. Puka, Nico, who do you like?
I'm down for Neighbors. I'm down for any of these 3 receivers though, if you have a strong preference.
I don't really. I don't think I'm currently. I'm not concerned about the Neighbors injury. I don't know if you have any concern there.
Not really. There's stuff you got to parse, like what's minor and what's a bigger deal. But it didn't sound like, I looked into it. They said it's like part of the plan or whatever. So I don't know. But
okay, I didn't hear that.
You never know. Like how much are these guys telling the truth? But it doesn't seem right now to be a big deal.
To move this all the way over here and just leave it there. Okay, good. What about Kenneth Walker? Because same kind of thing. There is kind of
Kenneth
like
Walker. I'm a little bit more nervous.
Yeah.
I'm mostly taking. Yeah, I would just say I am a little bit more nervous about Walker.
Okay.
And yeah, he's one of the guys I'm probably even more nervous in like the rankings, like when I think through it, than the sidekick recommendations generally indicate. But
do you like Bowers?
I'm Bowers. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. And that's we got the week 17 here. Nice.
Okay. But Charbonnet, I'm higher on now. That's some of my nervousness on Walker is actually just bullishness to Charbonnet.
Yeah. I need to get more, and I guess I have seen it more in the sidekick, getting Charbonnet there, so I have been doing it a little bit more. Actually, in the eliminator too, which I feel like Charbonnet is one that like I have not thought of much in the eliminator, but I've been seeing it in my eliminator slows, getting some Charbs there. And it's usually at that point you've got enough running backs if you're using the sidekick that it's like, all right, it feels good to add Charbs on here.
He's also like one of the guys where there's some chance that he's like got the backfield to himself week 1.
True.
I don't know like exactly how high of a percent chance I'd put on that. Not very, but it's not 0, with this, the Walker kind of this lingering thing. Like what if they're like, yeah, let's give him a couple weeks to get right before the grind of the season or something. And so I don't think that happens, but it's at least like possible. And something like the eliminator, if you were to bink that, that's a big deal.
Yeah, that helps you out quite a bit in those early weeks.
Yeah,
it's interesting. I know that, I had Shady on last week. I know that you guys are not high on Keenan Allen. Have you done any Keenan Allen, or are you just completely staying away as he rises?
It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, maybe we need to get a little bit higher on Keenan, and then he'll like rise another 15 picks. So we're chasing and we're chasing behind this guy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's not keeping me up at night, to be honest, to be behind on Keenan Allen. Like he's going to play outside for them. This is not the same staff that brought him in the first place. Like they're designed the offense that he was getting targeted constantly in. Like this is a completely different group of people. It's Herbert. They have a connection, but Herbert doesn't get to decide where Allen lines up and what routes he runs. So I think the offense is going to go through Ladd. Like, how could it not go through Ladd?
Oh, it's definitely
I
going to
don't
go through Ladd. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm much higher on Keenan Allen than you guys are. I still think he's now getting to a point where I'm probably not going to chase him up. But I'm assuming he's the wide receiver too, and that Ladd is unaffected. I was really hoping we are going to get Omarion Hampton here. He goes at pick 30. Do you have a JSN, Marvin Harrison, Jaden Daniels?
These two receivers are how I would play this year.
Do you have a favorite?
I tend to mix it up, to be honest. I think they're pretty close. So if you have a preference, down to go with that.
I think I prefer JSN. He does have the later ADP, so sometimes I'll break the tie just to the guy with the earlier ADP who I get less of.
Yeah, I take a decent amount of these guys kind of late third. But I don't tend to take them. Like I like you, I would have liked to get Hampton here. Garrett Wilson is the guy when he falls. I tend to scoop him up a lot, and the sidekick likes him a lot as well. Just, I mean, I think he's got a couple outs. One is that he's like week in, week out, just getting like fed targets. But then I think he also has the offense is like passing offense kind of sputters sometimes, but because he's so clearly the top target when it's working, he has these awesome spike weeks. It's kind of DJ Moore of 2023.
Yeah.
But I think he's got potential to be more than that, just given how there is no target competition at all. And this offense could be quite a bit better designed than the 2023 Bears. You
don't see Mason Taylor being Cole Kmet?
Maybe he could. He looks back from the high ankle. It was a very low high ankle sprain.
True, that was pretty quick.
Yeah.
What is your level of concern with the California fantasy sports stuff? Like, are you going to be able to play DFS this fall?
I don't know.
Actually, let's make our pick.
Do you know?
I wish I knew. Terry McLaurin, Breece Hall, George Pickens.
Yeah, I'm still down to take Breece. I see he's pretty high in your ranks. And then McLaurin, I think this contract stuff gets sorted out, so he's a solid pick too.
All right, we'll go Breece here. Yeah, I kind of wonder if James Cook is going to, like, part of me, I suspect that James Cook, is going to flip him, and like I think he's going to go higher than he did before he started falling. Like, I think he's going to go in the top 40 picks would be my guess. We'll see.
My thing with Breece versus Cook, I just don't think Cook has that high of a ceiling. Like, he just led the league in touchdowns and didn't get there from like a absolute smack. Like, the way you would expect the guy who led the league in touchdowns.
Yeah,
he's a good pick, obviously, but there's sort of a locked in, style of usage there that is what they're saying Breece Hall is going to have. Like, it's the concern for Breece Hall is that he might get used like James Cook.
Yeah,
but Breece Hall, I think, is like way better than James Cook and way better than Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis. So my thinking on this now is that when we head to week 1, it's going to kind of suck. Breece Hall's going to get in this. He's going to be in this gross committee. He's going to have like 45% of snaps. And we're going to have to like, hear about like, there's going to be all this analysis about Breece Hall's dead.
People posting their screenshots of 0% Breece Hall.
0% Breece Hall. No one can't support. No running back can be a 4th round pick. He's not. He didn't even clear 50% of snaps. Bunch of LOLs. Bunch of RFOLs.
Yep,
we're gonna get all of it.
Looking forward to it.
But I think talent wins out, and we get Hall down the stretch, just like reasserting his role as clearly the best back there. It would be the way I think it ultimately plays out, but it is more of a back-weighted bet now, and it's a bet on talent. So if you're not a believer in Breece's talent, then I will concede that the situation could get ugly.
It's pretty nice where he's going now too, though. Like, he used to be like we were taking him late 3rd round. Now you can get
early
4th round.
Not early 3rd. Yeah, that 308 kind of range. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we are on the clock.
Travion.
Yeah. Let's get him as he's rising. I will say, as somebody who I was mostly RJ Harvey over Trevion. So it's been kind of frustrating. Like, that Trevion's the one that's risen so much. And now I'm just like expanding the bet of more RJ Harvey than Trevion because he's always there.
Well, Neil,
but good to get him here.
Sounds to me like you were too low on Drake May, because my Drake May love made me break the tie the other way.
That's funny. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah. I still like it was like 75-25. If they're both there, like 75% of the time, maybe I'd take RJ Harvey, 25% Trevion. I'm still above weight on Trevion, but yeah, I'm like I'd like to be have loaded my bags there before he moved up. Now it's like, okay, now I'm paying a bigger price tag, obviously.
Yep.
Kind of a bummer.
But this is fine. 508. I mean, that's
Oh
not
yeah.
a huge difference. I mean, there's receivers here that are nice that we could have gotten. Hunter. Once Waddle falls this late, I'm into that. But yeah, so I mean, there is opportunity cost, but it's not devastating.
Olave, Jacoby Myers, Juwan Jennings.
I've been taking a good amount of Olave recently. I know the Saints situation is gross, but
Matthew Golden also. But yeah, we can just go Olave.
So yeah, Olave. I have an article. It's not out yet. I'm probably going to post this one tomorrow. I've been doing this article series on breakout wide receivers from the mid rounds, or the potential breakouts from mid rounds, years 1 through 6, and going rounds 4 through 6, looking at their odds of being kind of the true league winners. And let me see if I can find this chart real quick. Olave. First of all, Olave he's hit 2+ yards per out run in all 3 of his first seasons. So I went back to 2014 and looked at the other receivers who've done that. Odell Beckham, Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, Michael Thomas, Cooper Kupp, A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase.
It's a good list.
It's a good list.
So just thinking through that
Olave.
list, I guess OBJ had some bad quarterback play. I'm like, most of them have actually Justin Jefferson. What am I talking about? A lot of them have dealt with pretty bad quarterback play and still been really good. So yeah, that's pretty bullish.
Yeah. And then I went and looked at the next 3 years, and like Odell Beckham, he hit 2.10, 2.26. He fell off in year 6 to 1.81. Evans he had a down year in year 4, 1.69, but then went to 2.39, 2.30. Obviously, Hall of Famer. Tyreek Hill had 2.45 the next year. Michael Thomas had his big season at 2.88 the following year in year 4. Kupp had his gigantic season 2 years later, 3.12 yards per out run. A.J. Brown kept chugging along. He had 2.99 yards per hour in year 6, but was awesome in the 2 years before that. Samuel had a down year in year 4, but was good in year 5, really good actually. And then Jefferson has had awesome years in year 4 especially, but then year 5 was strong too. Chase just had his year 5, is now the 101. So yeah, it's a good. Puka Nacua is 2/3 of the way there. Jaden Reed's actually 2/3 of the way there.
Aaron Jones, Josh Downs, Chris Godwin.
I'd be down to go Jones here, and then we get one of the receivers coming back.
Sounds good.
Anyway, it's a good list to be on. My guess is that like most likely Olave doesn't have that amazing of a season, and needs at least decent quarterback play. Maybe they figure out the quarterback in 2026 and we're all over Olave, and that's the year he absolutely smashes. But there could be a lot of volume in the Saints passing offense, the way Kellen Moore is talking about using pace and stuff, and that they're just like a really bad team, and they lose Dennis Allen, so the defense could actually get worse. And if it comes down to like, is Moore willing to chuck it? He was willing to chuck it at times. Not last year, but with the Cowboys and with the Chargers, he threw a lot. So I don't know. I was nervous about Olave because of the quarterback stuff, but it's rare to get a receiver, with this kind of pedigree. He was a top 10 pick and then has produced this kind of performance. I don't know. It's kind of wild.
Tyrone Tracy, Justin Fields are the top 2. Jaden Higgins.
I'm down for Tracy. I've been taking him more with the Scatterbo injury.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think Fields could come back, and then
and you wouldn't be upset if he's not there, and you can get your guy again, huh? Let's be honest.
No.
Yeah, I am. By the way, I am in on Drake May this year. Also, I'm not. But for me, it's like I'm in on him, and that's like probably 12-13% as opposed to I'm sure you have 25%. Is that higher?
I'm about. I think it's like 24.
That's high for a quarterback. Yeah,
it's very high for a quarterback. I've been getting him a little bit less though, I would say.
Okay. Well, because everybody's on him now,
Yeah,
unfortunately. It's like,
everybody's. Where do you get your ideas?
yeah, true. Um,
I think I
yeah,
can say that on Drake May.
yeah,
I'm still at 25% actually. So here I am annoyed that
nice.
I'm
Good for
getting
you.
not enough Drake May of 25%.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's about where I am with JJ McCarthy, who's, I did hot takes with Sacrilegious at the start of drafting season, and one of my hot takes was JJ McCarthy going to be a top 10 fantasy asset and going to outscore Drake May, which I was mostly because Sacrilegious was on with me and I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
say it and see his reaction. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't like. He was not a fan of that take. But I'm just drafting both. You can just draft both.
You can definitely draft both. Yeah. McCarthy
Um,
goes a little higher than I kind of. I'm always like, oh, I can get McCarthy. I got a Jefferson team, and then he goes. It's always like right before I think. I will be like, I have him in the back of my mind, and then I'm like, oh, he's already gone.
I IKB it a lot, so that's one that like the sidekick never gives me Justin Jefferson. It'll be like I have or
It gives
never
you
gives me.
Jefferson.
Yeah. Sorry,
McCarthy.
JJ
Yeah.
McCarthy. I'll have Justin Jefferson and Nico Collins, or maybe that's Justin Jefferson and Lad, and it'll tell me to take Justin Herbert, and I'll be like, nope, I'm taking my guy here. So yeah, that's one that I
Yeah.
IKB a little bit. All right, we're coming up on pick 104. A little bit of a run on quarterbacks here. Fields does go.
Yeah. Part of the reason that I was kind of comfortable with Jones and Tracy, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But
Gonna slow down. Yeah. Slow
yeah,
down the sentence to make sure we don't get sniped.
part of the
Yeah,
reason.
exactly.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I've got a big old bag of a particular wide receiver who plays for the Bears. Yeah,
Yep.
Luther Burden, I think it's really, really fun. And it's like one of those, I'm thinking like, oh, do I want to take the receivers here in 7-8? But knowing you pretty much have Burden available to you in round 9, it's really nice.
Steph says, I don't think Pat likes that the JJ McCarthy over Drake May take. No, to be clear, it's I love them both. I love them both. I know that Pat does not like that take. I use the sidekick, so I know that not getting a ton of JJ McCarthy with it.
Yeah. It's tough. McCarthy's tough because I want to think he's going to be, really good, but he was such a low volume passer, and we have like nothing on him, so it's like he has a low floor. Like I know he's in Kevin O'Connell's
Yeah.
system and everyone succeeds there and everything, but
My concern
some
is just that the
quarterbacks
volume won't
suck.
be there. I don't think he's going to suck, but I do think as a rookie the volume might not be there yet. Is my
Yeah,
biggest
sure.
concern.
Sure.
Sadly, Drake May did go at
This
106 in
is
this one,
brutal.
and Caleb went. Oh, I didn't even see that Caleb went.
Yeah, Caleb going's not good.
Yeah.
It's really not good.
Do we want to go with Brock Purdy?
Yeah, we can't really do anything with Purdy in the end.
Yeah, I don't really see any
We
backstacks
could do
there.
Mooney. Why don't we do Mooney? We'll end up with Penix.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, this is it, just not falling the way that I'd like it to in this one.
Right.
With the quarterback run. Yeah, I was thinking, Purdy, if we could backstack with Ayuk, like if this were on
Right.
DraftKings, we could probably backstack with Ayuk. But here it's like, yeah, he's already gone. All right, gives us something.
Yeah,
By the
we
way,
have this bet on the Giants and the Raiders game, so that's something
yeah,
we have. We
that is
have
true.
a Viking. We've got Darnold as an option.
We got a lot of ambiguous situations. Like we got Olave. It's like I don't even know.
Well, we're not touching that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not drafting Tyler Shough.
there are some quarterbacks you can backstack pretty easily. JJ, sadly, not one of them. Stroud, obviously, we can always go with Noel, Dalton Schultz,
Lawrence, you can for sure.
Cade Stover. Yeah, Lawrence, you can. Herbert, if you're willing to take Keenan Allen. But
this is maybe how I get my Keenan Allen exposure. Yeah,
could be. Although we're kind of also in a tough spot on the board where you can't really like double click.
right.
I don't know. It's
you gotta be like, this is a spot where I like to have stuff at least a little set up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Herbert I think is a solid pick. Stroud, Lawrence, and then after that we're tacking on. I mean McCarthy as well. We could do McCarthy. Oh, McCarthy just went. See, what did I say?
Yeah,
The second I
the
think
second he comes
about
to
him,
your
he's
mind,
gone.
he's off the board. That's because you
crazy.
think of him too late, Pat. If you just thought of him a little bit earlier, here's the
Am I
thing:
thinking
once
of
you
him
start
too
thinking
late?
Drake May, just think and JJ McCarthy. Just think Drake May and JJ McCarthy at the same time.
I'm not sure I'm thinking of him too late.
You are if you're a Minnesota homer. For sure, if you're a Minnesota homer, you're thinking of him too late. Christian Kirk goes. Justin, the interesting thing with Justin Herbert, since we brought him up, is like you don't have to do Keenan Allen either, because also now you've got a falling Trey Harris, you got a falling Quentin Johnston.
Yeah,
I don't do any of their tight ends. Maybe I should sometimes, but that's another.
I think it's just going to be a committee. Yeah,
yeah. And Herbert goes. By the way, people, if you have not liked the video, would appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 5,000
we are
subscribers.
getting hammered at quarterback.
We are really getting hammered at quarterback.
This is wild.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross here.
I mean, this is one of the things, the sidekicks will be like, just take quarterback, man. Don't burn the team. We're like, nah,
yep.
dude.
Yep.
There's no stacks.
Sidekick new.
All the quarterbacks go.
Okay, he didn't do it to us. I thought for sure he was going to take Stroud.
We need it.
All right. So we've got Jalen Noel. We've got I don't totally hate Cade Stover as like an 18th round pick. I've done it once, so that's like the worst case scenario if we can't get Dalton Schultz. I don't know if there's anybody else behind that group though.
Woody Marks.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can always pair with Woody Marks. Yeah, this is I don't feel like we're about to win BBM 6 with this team, but you never know.
We could.
We actually the last time I drafted with you, it ended up being the team that went the latest for me, which was back when I was with Stochastic 2 years ago. Was the last time that we drafted together. We didn't do one last year.
How did Penix just get sniped? This is crazy.
Yeah.
Every quarterback with a pulse is going off.
With a pulse and the ability to backstack or just stack with the team you have. Yeah.
Right.
And now this is a range where I'm usually like, I want to hammer these running backs here. It's not great.
I know.
All right. Do we just do Tua?
Yeah, we probably should, man.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're stuck with. Can always back. I guess at this point, like Stafford, could be like a Stafford might be fine. Play that game.
Well, we have Geno.
Yeah, that's right. We have Bowers.
Yeah. So that one's like a legit team stack in week 17. I definitely like to get him. And then we can kind of like do little dabbles of stacking elements with Stroud into it. But if we get Geno, we do have a clear bet in week 17 where we're just this Giants Raiders game goes nuts.
Yeah.
So I'm not like, stacking is important, but in week 17, if that game goes off and we've got, that many pieces, we do have it very stacked up. So would feel better if I had, a little more correlation with Stroud and Tua, but as we talked about, we can pretty easily backstack Stroud at least. Tua is just there to give us quarterback points and get us through.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Tua is one that I always get with a sidekick. Yeah.
And
it's uncomfortable for me because I want to stack. And so I'm always thinking like, who can I take and backstack? And it's like, just take the points with Tua. And I'm like, I don't want to, but I'll still do it.
I know. I think we're all in that boat.
We trust the algo, but like, don't really want to do it.
The math is like, this is better. And you're like, nah, dude, I can figure out a better way. I do. I take Geno sometimes in those situations. And then I tack on the Thornton and, and Besh and, and it's like, all right, well that correlation is not something for sure, you'd have, but I'm gonna make sure I get it because I like Thornton. Those guys are targets to me. Thornton is just a target, and then Besh is like one of these guys I'm like happy to scoop late, and I know he falls. I know I can get him. I don't know if I've been sniped on Besh in like a month.
You can also get sometimes the cycle give me Trey Tucker, which that was when I was getting in like round 20 on DraftKings for forever, and I would always IKB off it. I was like, no, come on.
Well, yeah,
Tucker. But now
you don't get him so much
Now.
anymore.
Yeah,
is he?
He's looking good, but he's maybe moving up. Is he not? I thought I heard that he was possibly the wide receiver too in Las Vegas.
Well, he's running routes on the outside, so he's definitely out there.
Hollywood, Pop Douglas. Okay, Pop Douglas. Bryce Young is there. Tyler Rozier. Who do you like?
Pop Douglas, I love. Will Gino, is Gino here? This
Oh yeah,
quarterback
where's
room, you got
Gino?
to ask questions like that. Yeah, throw him in. Yeah, no, get Pop. And
Did
then
I do it?
we'll take.
We got Pop. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to, because Gino will come back. Yeah. Okay, so then sidekicks like you.
You think Gino's coming back?
It.
I mean, you're trusting the room.
I think he is. Yeah, okay. I think he is.
I guess we're like one pick ahead of ADP there. Everybody has at least, I guess they all have 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, we have Burden as our wide receiver 4 and Mooney as our wide receiver 5. So I think Pop was pretty important to the build.
That's true. Fair.
And like this room has been unkind, but we do have Darnold as another stacking option.
Yep.
JSN. So I mean, yeah, like there's a couple. As long as they both don't go, we're in good shape.
Yep. Always Aaron Rodgers. Break glass in case of emergency.
Yeah, I guess. And he does show up, and he's probably fine. But he's like the poor man's Tua as far as, hey, you need quarterback points.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is Tua here? Gino,
right,
let's
there we go. All right, this team came together. We're good now. We're gonna win. You're gonna have to split it this time. So apologies ahead of time about that.
That's
but
okay.
Not your best BBM year. It will be my best BBM year.
Not your best BBM year.
I'll accept it. I mean,
we
true.
almost have to win now just for that bit. Like, could you imagine how obnoxious would be hilarious. Of a bit would it be for me?
Yeah.
Oh, like, that would be
so
a down BBM year.
Yeah,
for me.
Right. Yeah. not feeling great about this one. Yeah. That would be good. Not many people can do that bit. Can pull that bit off.
I might have to co-manage all of them going forward because I need that bit more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, I know you've got your own like personal trainer. Like, you don't need the money, clearly.
Well, childcare, man. It adds up quick.
There's a question. If it does happen that fantasy sports, that best ball gets banned, I know maybe less likely than DFS, but if best ball gets banned in California, you packing it up, or you gonna move, or do the like Gretsch thing and like go find slow drafts?
So we're renting out here, and our lease ends. Is like we were on a end of August to end of August. September 1 to September 1, and we're renewing the lease, but for 9 months. So I figured, let me give myself, if we wanted to, let me see what happens and how ridiculous things get. But I figured next May I can or next April, whenever, I can reassess that question a lot more easily than now. Right now I'm just like, but I position myself to have like a little bit of optionality next spring, as opposed to being locked in all the way through hot best ball summer 2026. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that, it doesn't seem like Newsom kind of came out against that decision and was like, what are we doing here? So I'm hoping that like really nothing gigantic comes of it, But yeah, I mean, I was talking about like what about, are we doing like DFS, podcast stuff? And I'm like, I don't know if I can play DFS.
That's actually why I thought of it when with regard to you, is because that was brought up to me. It's like, well, Pat was saying maybe like there's some chance he's not going to be able to. I think it's probably going to not be an issue this year. At the very least, it's not going to be this year, right? It would be probably starting next year, if anything. I guess I haven't been paying close attention.
I just don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, you're not from California. Oh, we're on the clock.
No, I'm not.
Do you want to go? Oh God,
I don't know, man.
Jalen Wright with our Tua stack.
I think Judkins at this price is just like, the risk reward is so in our favor.
All right. I mean, 75% chance of 0, but I mean, yeah, I guess at 176.
I just don't buy that. I don't buy that. Like,
I mean, that's obviously that's completely made up.
0. I mean, what he's accused of is not on the level of something that typically a guy would be like. Things worse than this have resulted in 5-game suspensions.
Yeah,
including like a guy on his team last year. So it's different because he hasn't signed, and partly he hasn't signed because now he can't get the fully guaranteed deal because he's accused of domestic violence.
Right.
and the guy drafted before him and after him did get the fully guaranteed deal, and so his agent's not going to sign a deal that's not fully guaranteed because now he looks like a crappy agent.
Right.
So all of that stuff makes it, and then so therefore he's not at training camp, so he's not practicing with the team. He doesn't know the offense. Like it's all spiraling. It's scary as hell. I get all of that. Besh is great.
Yeah.
But
No,
I think there. So then another thing came out. There was something like they waived the right to a speedy trial or something, and that made people worried. But I read Drew Davenport on it, and he's like, this is not anything to be concerned about. And if anything could signal that maybe they're going to have like a deal worked out relatively soon, he obviously has no
I
idea.
agree with that. Yeah. I mean, none of us know anything, but like the fact that they're willing to waive that, like they wouldn't waive that if they were not making progress. I don't think. I think
it seems like maybe they're making progress towards something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like if Judkins gets suspended for 6 games and then it takes him 6 weeks to like learn the offense and win over the trust, we're still talking about starting play in week 13 at this rate, at this price. Like if he's in the mix in week 13 in a real way.
Yeah. I will say so copy paste dates brings up the one like issue that I have. It's funny because I'm drafting a ton of Dylan Sampson, Jerome Ford, but with Judkins, I'm like, man, but if he comes back in week 7 and then needs to ramp up, he is still on Cleveland, and then like is he going to be able to doing? But maybe that's because I haven't watched enough tape, because the little tape I have seen on Judkins, like he looks talented enough to succeed in Cleveland. But is that a concern for you? Like even in the best case scenario, he's still going back to play for the Browns.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, of course it's a concern, but he was a really good prospect is really what it is. Like, I think he was a much better prospect than Caleb Johnson. I had him in the same tier as RJ Harvey and ahead. I have him. He's like a half tier down from Travion and Hampton. So it's like in rookie pick tiers, I had Hampton and Henderson as mid first round rookie picks. Jency is like the clear cut Superflex 101, and then Judkins and Harvey is late first rounders. So it's a bet that this dude's really good, and that's why he went second round to the Browns. They'll have seen plenty from Ford and Sampson by the point that he gets on the field. So, we'll see. We'll see if maybe they found a diamond in the rough in Sampson, who I thought was an interesting prospect, but I think Judkins is a much stronger prospect than Sampson. And Judkins was kind of profiled as a guy who could really carry the load and be involved as a bit of a pass catcher, not like a huge part of what he does, but could be involved that way. And the Browns are looking for someone to carry the load.
Monunga, Giddens, Taj Brooks are the suggestions.
Yeah, those guys are fine. It's the 17th round. Sometimes I just take Fan in here to get it done.
I'm not going to get it in time. Nope. JJ's new best friend. I guess that's his parents.
Yeah.
JJ's new best friend. Yeah.
Schultz. You know what? Let's see. Sidekick helps us out. We talked about this and I completely forgot because I like Harold Fannin that much.
Oh yeah, and we only have one tight end. It is Brock Bowers, but that's a good call.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, what you win is a much, much, much better prospect than should be available at this point in the draft. That's what you win.
Yep. And like you say, he could just be the bell cow at that point too. Like he's maybe more likely to be a bell cow than Dylan Sampson. I don't know if that's right. Like I said, I'm drafting a ton of Dylan Sampson, but yeah, it seems like
he's much more like Dylan Sampson profiles as like kind of an early down committee back, like a speed back, but he's not super, super fast, but he's kind of like gets downhill quickly, but he's a bit undersized. I mean, you could say the same thing about Bucky Irving. So I don't want to undersell what he could end up being. He could be awesome, but most likely he's probably like a nice guy that you have in a rotation. And Judkins profiled as like a workhorse, hammer back who also can be used, at least a little bit in the passing game. So yeah, that's, super, the 221, 9.9 RAS. He was very productive. Goes to Ohio State and was kind of the lead running back there for them. 1A, 1B type thing, but he's like the guy who like carried the load for them with Travion Henderson there. Like, this profile is really exciting when you start to talk about him down in this range. I understand all of the uncertainty and the risk with it, of course, but yeah, the idea that there's like no upside here with a player this talented just strikes me as like fear.
So like I said, I've started draft. I think part of it for me at least also is that I've been just attacking the angle that he's not going to play so much that like now I'm like dug in. Like no, he's not going to play. Dylan Sampson, Jerome Ford are going to crush. But yeah, no, I think I've started to buy him. This is the latest I think I've seen him fall to me at
Yeah, I think it's the
176.
latest
Like
I've
this
seen him
is
too.
kind of nuts. So yeah, I think you make a good point that like still the most likely outcome is he does play at some point this year, and he's a really talented running back. He will be on the Browns, and it might not be that early in the season, but could be a late season hammer. That's good call there. Zach says, can we convince Pat to move to Minnesota? Guy who moves from New York to Los Angeles. I doubt he's going to be making his next stop in Minnesota. That's where you're right. Are you in Los Angeles now or San
No, I'm in
Diego?
San Diego.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should your third home. You should get in Minnesota.
I don't know if the
once here.
weather has anyone ever done that? Done that weather move? San
Probably
Diego to Minnesota?
probably not in that direction. A lot of people have done it from Minnesota, get a second home
Yeah, sure.
in San Diego or New
Yeah.
York. But yeah, probably not in that direction. It
I
is
always
actually
feel
really
like
nice. 7-8 months of the year, for the record.
how many months?
Like 7 or 8 months of the year. It's beautiful here. 6 or 7 months of the year. It is
I
awesome.
lived in New York. We don't get 7 months in New York, so I don't know. What are these months, Neil?
5 or 6 months here in Minnesota. It's beautiful.
Down
Check
from
it out.
8
Check
to
it out.
5.
Yeah, we gotta get a little bit more realistic, I guess. All right, the team that we just drafted: 3-6-7-2. C.J. Stroud, Tua Tagovailoa, Geno Smith, Breece Hall, Trevion Henderson, Aaron Jones, Tyrone Tracy, Quinshad Judkins, Kyle Monungai, Malik Neighbors, JSN, Chris Olave, Luther Burden, Darnell Mooney, Pop Douglas, Jack Besh, Brock Bowers, and Dalton Schultz. So not the easiest team to put together, but we got Stroud completely naked. No, we got with Schultz. Sorry, we got Stroud with Schultz. We got Tua completely naked, but then we did get Geno Smith double stacked with Jack Besh and Brock Bowers. So
double
it's not the most. Oh yeah, and double. Yeah, good call with
that game stacked
Tyrone
up.
Tracy.
We have a path here, man. I really think we do. It's the Giants. It's Dice and Darts. That was the mnemonic. Dice and Darts.
That's right.
Giants and the Raiders. That game goes nuts.
Let me ask you this, just since we're, I'm using the sidekick here, and I do I particularly in fast drafts, I IKB it probably more than I should. How much of the power of the sidekick do you think I'm losing by IKBing it? Like if I'm doing it 4 times per draft, I'm IKBing off of the suggestion, the sidekick. Because I think part of the power of it, right, is knowing, it's simulating all of the different games, right? So it's simulating the week 15, week 16, week 17, which I don't have memorized. So I don't know, oh yeah, this, I have a nice correlation here with this player who's already on my team. I don't have all of those memorized. So it's I'm trusting the sidekick to know that stuff, but then I'm but I'm not going to take this player that the sidekick likes. How much, I guess my question is, how much do you IKB? How much are you concerned about IKBing too much?
I think the spots to really the best spots to IKB are if you're saying I'm going to push a guy around the turn. I think I can get this guy later, so I'm going to be able to kind of get both kind of recommendations here. A spot that's you're more of a true IKB is sometimes I'm the sidekick's you need a quarterback, bro, but I have done so many drafts. I know that there's not that much difference between how these guys tend to sim, and I'll get one of them. So I'll kind of push that way. And then the other thing is exposures. There's certain guys that I just do not have much of, and so I'm breaking ties to make sure that I get more of them. Where there's guys that I have a ton of, and so if this is my first draft, then it wouldn't be, then maybe taking the top recommendation would be the move. But I'm no, I don't have enough Torrey Horton right now. Whatever it is, so I'm going to break a tie towards him. Isaac Tesla, I've been IKBing to him on golf stacks. But yeah, there are components of it where it's there's a lot to keep track of in a draft. So we Pop Douglas was really popping when we needed a third quarterback, right? We have Geno stacked with 2 bringbacks, and Pop Douglas is at the top of the queue. or the
Right.
top of the sidekick. Well, because we were so focused on the quarterback situation, it's like, hey, remember that you took 3 receivers and then your 4th receiver is a rookie and your 5th receivers might not play week 1. So like Pop
Right.
Douglas is like, he fits this team super well.
Yep.
So I think there can be elements where if you're IK being a lot, then you're actually like, you're fixing one thing about your team, but you're ignoring this really important part about your team. But yeah, I do tend to IKB it a bit because the way we designed it is that all of the picks at the top are good picks.
Right.
So what I'm not tending to do is like just like scroll and take the guy that I love. And I'm also, if I am IKBing, sometimes it'll be like I'm IKBing off like a player, but in the same position.
Yep.
In
Same
certain
archetype
cases,
typically. Yep.
same archetype. Yeah. So sometimes I'll do stuff like that. And then yeah, there's also times where I'm like, no, I want a bag of this guy. So like a Luther Burden is one of my big targets. What I think is just too cheap of a price for his upside. And so there is some built-in diversification to the sidekick where there's certain players where it's like, no, I'm kind of going the other way in terms of managing the exposures, where I'm managing my exposures up.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
me with JJ McCarthy. That's you with Drake May, with Luther
Right.
Burden. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Me with Keenan Allen is a good example. Yeah, this is the answer is I know better or I know ball, whichever you prefer, is
Yeah.
IKB. That's what we're talking about.
And you can see, yeah, at the end of the draft, you don't have any tight ends, and it's like you're really not. There's not much. It's like we're at the end now. So like, what does your team need? And
Yep.
it needs a tight end. And sometimes I'll kind of play a little fast and loose there. It's like, no, I'm gonna make sure I get Thornton or whatever on a Geno team, or there's a player that I really want. That's rising that I want to make sure I get. Like I was doing this with JCM before he rose, even up past this range. But it's like, let me get this guy, and then I'll kind of take what's left at tight end. Like it's helpful to know, like, hey man, tight end, pretty big need. But yeah. And then the other thing is with that, if there's that giant wall, you get to the end, it's like the 17th round, and there's that big wall. It's like, hey, you really need a tight end. That's also a spot where I feel really comfortable being like, I haven't drafted any Chigakonkwo. He's 3rd on the list, but my exposure is super low.
Yep.
And so I'm just going to go ahead and take him over like K. Dot and Pat Fryermuth or whatever. It's like, or whoever, or maybe Jonnu Smith, whoever is there. Like I want some more Chigakonkwo in my portfolio, and clearly tight end is the move. So let me just go ahead and build out the portfolio that I'm looking to have by taking Chig here.
Yep. Yeah. Love that. That's, I mean, sounds like I am using it pretty similar to you. I'm guessing that I IKB it a little bit more than you do. At least in my fast drafts. My slow drafts, I wake up, I'm on the clock in 40 drafts. I'm just like, usually just going to take the sidekick recommendation most of the time, because it's just like, yeah, I don't have to think about all of this. But yeah, in fast drafts, then I'm like, get my guys, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, thinking about the same way.
Comment too. He was talking about we were getting a ton of Brashard Smith for a while, and so that was 2 things. Brashard Smith was kind of like making a run up in camp, and generally the philosophy that I have is that like you want to be pretty aggressive on these training camp risers, especially the rookies and the guys where the error bands are, the range of outcomes is really wide. Like we could be super wrong in a good way about how good these guys are, and there's a clear-cut passing down role available on the Chiefs, and so there was a lot of excitement about Smith. Then Smith didn't, he played more in the preseason than we were hoping. Didn't like have this incredible preseason game even when he was out there. So it's like a little bit more worry. I had less worry, and someone on the leg up team had less worry than I would say the general market. But this is where having a team of people helps, because people are kind of like, yeah, Pat, I think maybe you're like a little bit too optimistic still on Brashard Smith, and we ended up coming down on him. The thing with the sidekick is that these are sim driven recommendations, and what I've felt with it is that like at a given point in the draft there can be some clear spots where it's like this is a big edge right now because of the way like what is available later in the drafts, and the types of teams that you can put together. It's like a big edge to target this player. You know, like there can be a guy like really pops. Demario Douglas has been kind of like this for a little bit because his ADP was like 165 or something. So like Demario Douglas has been kind of like a key to drafts when he was, 15, 20 picks cheaper than he is
Another
now.
trying to find the guy who did this pick.
Right.
Moving up.
So it's, Wan'Dale Robinson has been a guy that, you tack on as that wide receiver 6 is really helpful. But those types of recommendations will change. Like I've noticed I'm seeing, some of the running backs that I'm seeing are a bit different than I was a few days ago. And I think it's really because the way that like the market is shifting and like kind of the ebb and flow of where players are all available is changing. And then also we're updating all of the inputs every day. So, there's kind of this, I guess what I'm trying to say is the way I'm building teams is like a little bit more like aggressively like attacking spots today, but what I attack on Saturday might be different than what I attack on Tuesday. And so it can feel sometimes like you're like, oh, I'm going to have like 80% this guy. It's like, no, as long as you're continuing to draft like, pretty regularly, you actually won't.
Yeah. Then you look at your exposure and it's like, oh, I'm up to 12% of this guy that I feel like I've clicked every single time.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. Hell yeah. Well, this has been a lot of fun, Pat. So I'm going to continue drafting. Let me remind people, if you have not liked the video, would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, trying to grow the channel slowly. And you can hit that little notification bell if you want to get alerts when I go live. You should also go check out Legendary Upside. Pat, what do you have coming out at Legendary Upside? How much is the sidekick? What would be the cutoff? Who should be buying the sidekick if they don't already have it? Give a little plug here.
Yeah, so one of the promos we have going right now is a $20 DraftKings bonus ticket to their flagship contest for monthly or yearly Sidekick subscribers. Check that out, legendaryupside.com/perks, and all the Sidekick info is at legendaryupside.com/sidekick. It's $199 for this month. It's the price kind of has risen as we've gotten closer, since at this point people are, you're getting it, you're just jamming volume.
Yeah.
But the yearly is $4.99 and covers all of playoff best ball and all of pre-draft best ball and all of next summer, basically until August 13th, because you get 12 months. So it's a calendar year, not for the end of the drafting period.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you play playoff best ball, if you do the pre-draft stuff, it works out to about $50 a month with all the amount of time that you can use it. And then you can get that $20 bonus ticket available as well, which obviously that promotion is going to expire at the end of the summer. So yeah, if you're looking to check it out, legendaryupside.com/sidekick.
And playoff best ball, by the way, another one of the like things that it's super powerful for playoff best ball in particular. So you'll want to have the sidekick
100%
for that period if you don't already have it. All right.
Also,
Pat, go ahead.
Sorry, I've got a couple article series coming out that I want people to check out. Rolling out the breakout wide receiver articles that I mentioned earlier, but I also have my legendary running backs post out, hoping to get that out the end of next week. And that is the article the site is named after. I always make that one free. And I travel to the future and I see which running backs in the going in the top 2 rounds have the types of absolutely monster seasons that shift the fantasy landscape. And then I also look at which running backs, maybe they stay healthy and they do okay, but they're just kind of picks you want back. They're the silent killers. So
yep.
You can look for that article next week, and we'll be back next week for DK Best Ball Week again. So a ton of stuff going on the Leg Up YouTube channel as well.
I don't know if you take that as a compliment. Pat looks like Vince Vaughn in his prime. I've never made that connection. I can kind of see it though, which I think is a compliment. Vince Vaughn, handsome guy.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah,
kind of
maybe
looks like
I'll
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Yeah,
it's a nice community you built here, Neil.
I felt these are all Pete's guys. These are all Pete's guys. My guys, real assholes, but Pete's guys are here right now. So maybe I'll see you next week. I think for DraftKings Best Ball Week.
Yeah.
Pat, otherwise, I think I'll see you in the fall. It's a lot up in the air right now, but I'm sure I'll see you soon. But really appreciate you coming on the channel. Make sure you check out Pat's stuff at Leg Up. Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Neil. Talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later. Cool. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do another BBM now. Let me change the banner here real quick, or just remove it. I don't think I have one. Let's see. Yeah, don't have one. throw on a little bit of music. People not a fan of my music choice, I've learned. So I've capitulated and I've started playing Night Driving instead of Into Space. I'm not feeling it quite as much, but it's all right. Night driving is fine. All right, let's do a BBM. I'm also going to be on later tonight with Best Ball Guy, starting at, I believe, 6:30 Eastern. It's tough for me to remember because he talks in PST. I'm like, who thinks about things in Pacific time? So he says 4:30 PST, which I believe, no, maybe 7:30 Eastern. I think that's 7:30 Eastern. I'll have to check it out, but I'll be on after this stream. I'll be on BBG's channel. Exactly, PST. Never heard of it. Carlos wants heavy metal. All right. That is happening. Yes, BP. After I'm done with this stream, I will, if I can. I don't know if I can while I'm live. I'm going to try to redirect this stream over to his. I think there'll be a little bit of a gap between whenever I finish this stream and the start of BBG's stream. Yeah, I think this is, somebody brought it up that this is Davis's music also. Drew, I live in real America time. It's 4+2, I think, here. But let me check what time he actually said for our stream. That's funny. See, Zach, I think that you're right. This music just does not do it for me the same way Night Driving does. I also admittedly did make it quieter to make people like it less. Kind of biased against it, so I make it more quiet then. Here, I'll turn it up a little bit. People can vote now. Maybe I'll put a poll. Maybe I'll put a poll in the chat which one we like. We are starting to draft now. Let me go find what position I am. 10 spot. That's fine. Not my favorite. I'm going to put a poll in chat. So right now we're listening to Night Driving. I'll also give you the option of Into Space and Acoustic. If I can figure out how to do this. All right, I put the poll up. So again, for reference, currently we are listening to Night Driving. I'm going to put on Into Space. This is Into Space. This is my jam. Easily the best. I don't even think this is really debatable, but some people apparently do. I think it's because they're listening to it at like 2x speed. It's boring. It's supposed to be background music. And it's I mean, come on. This is great. Oh man, the diss track. I think Davis needs to make a diss track back. Actually, no, I've talked about this on the stream. I don't think he should. I think it's a bad idea to get involved with Willie Knows Ball, because that guy just spits fire. I used to love the back half of drafts. I just really want the middle of the board right now. Oh, there's Nick. King Kos. I mean, it's fine at the 1-2 turn. I still like it. It's just once you get to the 3-4 turn, you don't really get fallers that often here. McCaffrey goes. Do I do Neighbors 2 drafts in a row? You know what? I'm going to pull up Genty for this one. After my next pick, I'm going to change. We can check out Acoustic. Let you know if you like that one. My man's going, I obviously can't have it in the daylight. Got to keep that thing protected. Just can't have it sitting out. degrading. I do need to like make a necklace out of it so I can wear it on streams. All right. I'll take Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra. I go back and forth on pronunciation there. Genti, Amon-Ra, start here. All right, I'm going to throw on acoustic. It's pretty soothing. We're drafting a BBM Mathology. Do you want to hop on? I'll send you a link if you want to join. We haven't drafted a BBM in 9 days together. Yeah, I mean, that is a fair expectation after I made a whole video series about unveiling it. All right, Mathology's going to join. Let's go get our guy here. I'll send it to you in Discord. And the nice thing is with Mathology joining, we're just not going to have to worry about music. I'm just going to take it off. But I still want to see the poll results. Yeah, Disbanded Brotherhood not feeling this one. Currently, we are at night driving 24%, into space 65%, acoustic 12%. So into space crushing right now through 17 votes. Get your vote in. I'll go back and play Into Space again. Yeah. It's just good, you know, soothing. See how Mathology feels about it. Mathology, how do you like the music?
Oh, I love it.
You're an Into Space guy, right?
Yeah, this is good. I like the one where we did those the slowest fast draft. That's kind of more my jam.
What did you guys listen to? I don't remember that. I don't remember music.
It's really fast. It's like it gets you like.
Oh, is it? Hang on. Is it this one?
Pep in your step. No, not rock. It's like techno-y.
Okay.
Super fast.
This one is called Rock.
Yeah, not this one.
All right. It's probably not one of the 8 pre-selected music options here. So I'll just we'll take off the music.
I think so. Like just feeding the ducks on this one.
Oh yeah, we can do Feeding the Ducks.
So it's one that Pete uses. It's one of the 8. I guarantee it.
Huh.
It's all just super fast.
Let me see. I don't feel like there are. So we did acoustic cinematic, dance pop, daydreaming, Feeding the Ducks.
One. Go back to this. Turn it up.
Okay, wait. After we make our pick, let's make our pick and then I'll turn it up.
This is it.
All right, JSN, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans. Who do you like here?
You got a quarterback available?
We're in the 3rd round.
Oh.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, do it.
Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
All right. We're doing it. We're getting weird. Okay.
Let's get some. I just saw you and Pat just can't get completely boxed out.
Oh, we did. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, this is it, Neil.
All right, we're feeling this one. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna take it off because there's 2 of us and it's
yeah.
A little bit loud, but all right. So this is.
Imagine listening to that, doing a fast draft, and
that would get your blood pumping, get you picking quickly.
Trying to pick in 2 seconds or 1 second. Yeah, it's a shame we can't run that one back. That was such a good bet.
Steph has PTSD from listening to that on the. Why can't you run it back?
Apparently, there's no more like private drafts in the lobby.
Do we want to go Devontae Adams or Terry McLaurin?
McLaurin.
That's what I figured. Okay.
I don't think he's going to have the touchdowns like he had last year, but why not?
They're not doing private drafts anymore.
Yeah, not yet in the lobby. You can't find them.
I did not know that. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, You have to all that kind of sit and goes.
Yeah. Gab says, Into Space is fire compared to these other. Exactly. Thank you. I'm glad so many people, some people start coming at me. I'm like, I've been playing this one for like weeks now, and people are like, I hate your music. And now that I play them with all the other options, I'm glad people are into it. Although somebody actually gave me the suggestion in a comment yesterday that a lot of old classical music no longer is copyrighted, so you can just use it in your stream. So that's another option, I suppose. Yeah, this feels like a much more comfortable start than the last one. Genty, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin feels pretty good to me.
Yeah, I like Washington to repeat. I think Daniels is a stud.
Yeah, me too. Do you have any, I feel like last year everybody was worried that he was going to get hurt, and now nobody's even thinking about Daniels getting hurt. What's your level of concern? Any more than like other quarterbacks?
Yeah, the same. I mean, there's, you just don't want to see injuries to anybody, so I don't really think about it. But he seems to be pretty sly getting down. He seems to be probably one of the most athletic guys on the field all the time. So guys like that are pretty sly and get down. Lamar still has it too.
I think one of the reasons that I was was in on him last year was Field Yates. Is that his name? The ESPN guy was described him as being like Gumby, and that just like stuck with me. Like he's like small, but like he's just like nimble and like he bends and a lot, so he's less likely to get hurt. And I bought into that, which who knows if there's anything to it, but he made it sound like he's just more flexible, so less likely to get hurt, which sounded good to me. So I bought in, and he didn't get hurt that much. So
are you in the 10?
Okay last year.
Are you in the 10 hole?
I am.
All right, just updating my sheet here.
Yeah, we've got Genty, Amon-Ra, Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin. Somebody asked if Terry McLaurin will move up. Does Terry move off the board when he re-signs like Cook did? 100% he will, I think.
Yeah.
If it happens soon, he's going to shoot up boards, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's only week 2 of preseason. Really, that third week is key. I think we'll see a lot of more movement and just take advantage of news, especially people overreacting on following ADP is worth scooping up.
Yep.
Right now.
All right, so we're at 58 here.
Yeah, this is running back zone for me, usually.
Who's your favorite? James Conner, Alvin Kamara?
Oh, I like that waterfall, though.
That is nice.
Yeah, let's scoop that.
Because then we've got pretty nice options coming back.
Back, exactly.
We do have we've got 1 week 8 bye with Ashton Genty, which it's only our second back, so we can always fix it later if we do go Connor.
True.
All right,
we get a lot of 12 too with Washington and Miami.
True. Yeah. All right. The running backs flying off the board.
They get wiped out.
Well, David Montgomery, but it'd be a reach for David Montgomery. Olave, Juwan Jennings. I could take Debo.
Yeah, let's get Debo.
Double stack it. It's a little bit unique, I think.
Yeah. Washington go Burr.
That's right. Yeah, we do have a lot of. We're all 12-8 at this point. We've got Jaden Daniels, Ashton Genty, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Terry McLaurin, Jalen Waddle, and Debo Samuel.
Yeah, I like it.
This team went Joe Burrow, naked Joe Burrow.
Seeing that a lot.
Really?
I am. Yeah.
I mean, it's right at ADP.
Yeah. The rooms are getting pretty wild and unpredictable right now. So it's really hard to kind of build the way I want to build. So I'm kind of happy I'm winding down. I don't have many left.
Yeah. Tyler says, my boys, what's good, Math Neil? I did not see a stream from Fantasy Sanctuary on Monday that I was able. Usually I try to redirect to those boys, and it was not available. So what's going on, Tyler? You guys going to be streaming on Monday again? Just a 1 week absence? Yeah, this seems right. Afkakula says unstack Burrow seems okay for advancing, bad for weight. I do a lot of it in the Eliminator. Do you do any of that in the Eliminator?
Yeah. Yeah. I try to backstack a little bit with Yoshi Vosh or tight end,
Yeah. I often do like Jaden Daniels. Like if I've taken Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow, or I don't know, two elites with Burrow as my second quarterback in the eliminator, which I don't hate. Get him to fall a little bit.
Yeah, I might be. I'm trying to set up something with Tyler for my last BBM, and maybe not this coming Friday, but next Friday. Do my last one, my 150 with him. Maybe a little happy hour.
Oh, nice! Like on a stream, that'll be fun.
Yeah, if you want to join us, have a beer.
Probably not. Well, next week is DraftKings Best Ball Week, so I couldn't do it next week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but I'll definitely check it out. That'll be fun. So how many you say you have left?
I only have 3 left.
Oh, damn.
I was thinking about doing one this afternoon before I head home, but I'll probably wait.
Yeah, I've got I have so many drafts remaining. I've got about half of my BBMs, half of my DraftKings millies.
Nice.
I'm down to I've entered a ton of slows for the eliminator just because it's filling up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I jumped in a bunch of marathons too because like that's going to have some massive overlay. I think it could pick up. It could pick up at the end, but I mean, it's only it's still less than 30% with 3 weeks left.
I've been doing on drafters instead of the eliminator. But yeah, which also looks like it might overlay. I sort of feel like drafters is more likely to overlay than the marathon just because the marathon is on Underdog. So it's just more people are going to see it and think to do it.
What's the contest size on drafters?
I don't know. I know it's 500,000 the first, so I think it's bigger. Oh, it's 160,000. I want to say, maybe 140.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe double the size.
Yeah. All right. Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson, Josh Downs, Darnell Mooney, Kalushka. Actually, this is by ADP. Anybody you like here?
I think you need to grab your running back too. So your choice here. I'd go Mason.
Yeah, that's my choice also.
Yeah.
Nice. We could go. I'm not a big Brian Robinson guy. Maybe it makes sense on a Jaden Daniels team. I'm not sure.
I typically don't do it when I got the premium alpha double on the wide receiver.
Yeah, true.
Especially when you're going to want that RB2 hitting more frequently.
Yeah.
Paired with that alpha stack, Yeah,
exactly. I think
it's
I agree with that.
Little thin.
Yeah. Chad says he can't get away from Neil and the slowy limbs. Yeah, apologies, but I especially as it gets closer to filling, I'm just going to get in all of them. It's going to be slow draft hell once we hit the clock speeding up is going to be true hell for me. It's going to be so bad. Do you know when that actually happens?
Someone just tweeted it out. I think it's 2 weeks away. Before
do you like TJ Hawkinson, Jalen Warren, Tyrone Tracy, anybody?
Yeah, go TJ Hawkinson.
I like it. Yeah.
That opens up a nice McCarthy. Plus you got St. Brown, so you got some week 17 there.
All right. 2 weeks from week 1 goes down to 4 hours. I heard 21st. Oh, yeah. 20. If it's the 21st, that's going to be super rough for me. Yeah. Slow drafts go down to 4 hours because that's the middle of DraftKings Best Ball Week. So I'll be doing a bunch of streams. I'll need to make sure I time it so I get all my slow drafts done before I start my streams because otherwise it's going to be hell. Or maybe I can do some of them on stream. I don't know. Yeah. But I won't be able to do the Underdog ones because it's sponsored by DraftKings. It's going to be something. Not looking forward to that.
I think that's kind of I don't know. I'm really unsure how it all pans out. Yeah, but it's gonna affect slows for sure. I'm mostly a fast drafter myself. That's why I don't quite get the volume that a lot of people. I'll be over 300. I'll be probably pushing 350. Be where I'm at probably.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't get so I'll be doing 1,400 drafts or something. You just can't do that with fast drafts. It would just be all of my time.
Yeah.
With slows, it's you just save a ton of time when you can just get on the clock. All right, do 40 picks in 20 minutes.
Yeah. I just struggle. I feel like I just make the same decisions over and over again, and I'm not super thoughtful. Where it's when I sit down, it's I'm blocking out this 35 minutes, and I'm really
just
grinding
concentrating. Yeah. Yeah, it is also, I will say, much easier when you are using a real-time assistant tool. So like having the sidekick does save me a lot of like mental energy.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I think our team's turned out pretty well so far. We're at 1-2-4-1. Jaden Daniels, Ashton Genty, Jordan Mason, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Terry McLaurin, Jalen Waddle, Debo Samuel, TJ Hawkinson. Looks good. Looks good to me.
Yeah.
Math, did you watch Pete's stream with Davis today?
I did not. It's on my to do. I actually just got back from being in the field most of the day, and I saw you were talking with Pat a little bit, and I was catching up on emails, and I was jumping on and seeing what you're up to, and now I'm here.
Yeah, it's it is must watch in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it was, first of all, had Matt Wood on, which is fun to see. Matt, one of the Bash and Randomizer producers, or I don't know what you call him exactly, but he was on the Join the Bash, and then Davis as Pete doing Davis, and Pete as Davis was just like, oh my god, this is it was a lot, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's I normally sometimes listen to those kind of on audio when I'm driving.
Yeah.
But this one I might have to watch it.
You should watch this one. Yeah. You get something out of it.
Yeah, I'll probably catch it tonight or tomorrow.
All right. So by ADP, I mean, Mahomes is a big fall here. We don't have any Kansas City. We have Mark Andrews' suggestion.
I like Mahomes with, that would be nice with Daniels.
Yeah. We can always get Hollywood Brown, I guess. Is he kind of the only other option at this point? I guess Jalen Royals.
Yeah, Royals, Hollywood. Or you could, he spreads up quite a bit. So I mean,
Noah Gray, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you mean just naked because he spreads it out?
Yeah. True. Be a little different. You don't have to stack up Mahomes.
We've already got one mega stack. True. Okay.
Yeah. I think Goff would be interesting on this build, or your boy McCarthy would be interested on this build too, just for a 3 quarterback, 1 elite and 2 in the window. It's kind of like how I build. I don't. You might not have a lot of those.
Yeah.
But
do we want to wait on our 3rd quarterback, or what do you think?
Yeah. What do we got for running backs wiped out?
Yep, running backs wiped out. I queued up Luther Burden.
Let's take Bateman.
Too late.
Sorry. What did you get?
So we got Luther Burden. We needed a bye week that was different because we have 3 week 12 buys there, so we got a week 5 in there. And I think Burden, like, that works out well for a week 12 buy. Like, he should be running full speed by week 12, I would think.
Yeah.
Even if he gets off to a slow start. So yeah, it makes sense for this team, I think. Yeah, nice Mahomes price, liking that one. Yeah, we like, this is Pepperton says 3 quarterback with Jaden. Definitely don't need to with this build. That's kind of the beauty of it, is we can wait and see, like, do we want to have another add another quarterback? If the price is right, we can do it. If it's not, we can pass. We'll see.
Yeah. I don't know what to think of Burden right now. He's definitely going to be a slow starter for sure.
Yeah, so you said that on Monday. What makes you think that he's going to be a slow starter? I feel like they don't have. I guess they do have DJ Moore and Rome Odunze ahead of him, but you don't think he's going to start as the wide receiver 3?
I think he will. I see them being a little bit more with their secondary. Their defense is going to be so. I don't see them being a huge pass rate over expectation team.
Okay.
So where he's going, like you're saying, there's going to be high volume in the passing game. And with him being young and probably making mistakes, I could just kind of see him being a little bit in the doghouse early with Ben Johnson, the way that Ben Johnson coaches. Kind of
a hardo. Yeah.
Yeah, and I see him just taking a long ass time, and I wish he was going later. I wish he was in the 130s, 140s, not 115.
Which is where he is on DraftKings, I think, or at least he was for a while. I don't
Yeah, I feel like that's a better price. I feel like right now it's a little slappy for me.
Yeah.
But in a build like this where we're not very slappy, really. So
right.
I don't know.
If it's this team, yeah.
Yeah, I like to sprinkle it in. I don't want to be full on slap.
Yep. Fair. Yeah, it's definitely like play him. Sounds like Pat is like buying in, just really likes the price. I assume for the later season breakout. Do you feel the same way about Colston Loveland as Luther Burden?
Yeah, I that's the click I want to make is more Loveland than Burden. Yeah,
just because of the like position, because he plays tight end. So like
I feel like they're going to play a lot of 12. Man, he loved 12 in Detroit.
Yeah.
And the O line still's got to. They're going to try to max protect quite a bit. The O line is still a work in progress. I think you're going to see a lot of Kmet and Colson playing together. I really.
Braylon Allen at 127 in this one. Not going to be able to catch a fallen Allen, and Bashal goes. So a lot of my favorite running back clicks are going. Luckily, I mean we did take Genty early.
Yeah.
Mason.
Yeah, you got to get a third here soon before you get super thin.
Do you want to go with a third now?
Is your quarterback is Goff available? No, probably not.
Stroud, Love are the available quarterbacks.
Is McCarthy still there, or did he get wiped out?
McCarthy's gone.
Yeah, bummer. Yeah, just grab a running back that you like. I think you need it.
All right, Jade and Blue come on down a little bit early. Not the best range for running backs.
Well, it's super correlated for you. They play Minnesota week 15. True. They play Washington week 17. So they're correlated in the pods.
All right, I'm going to queue up two players here. Keenan Allen, just a nice price on him here, or Jake Ferguson fits the team pretty well. Again, part of that Washington. Do you want to do that? Yeah,
I'll go Fergie.
Let's do it.
Because I probably have you boxed out if you see me in the pods with.
You have enough. Well, this is Naughty Limb. This is but yeah, this is BBM. But yeah,
if you're in my pod with Keenan Allen, you're not gonna like
15.
It. You're gonna be boxed.
Why did he get him so late? Why did he get him in the 18th round? Yeah, that is true.
I have them all in the 17th, 18th round.
Yeah,
my combos are gonna be pretty nice if they get there.
Oh, Andrew in at the one hole here.
Nice.
How's your team looking? Interesting. Second draft in a row. We've seen the one hole get Lamar Jackson at the 2-3 turn.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I see a lot of people doing that too. That chase. Those Atlanta, or I'm sorry, the Baltimore Cincinnati games go ham. They play each other twice, and one of them's week 15 in a pod game. Could be a.
Chad says that in his one elim with you, he stole Keenan away from you.
He did. Yeah, I knew it. He did it. He did it to me at the dog ball too.
What an asshole, Chad! How you doing it to our guy? It's rude.
Chad's the best though. We had so much fun.
I didn't realize Chad was also at the dog bowl. That's fun.
Yeah, he was in every draft. He punched 3 tickets.
No, okay. Wow.
Chad's alpha. Yeah.
I assume that's the max because you can only you don't want to have somebody with 2 teams in the same draft. 3 was the max.
Yeah. There was 9 total draft rooms, and him and Drap were in every single one of them.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty impressive.
But did he beat 6th place in the dog wall?
Not Chad. Drap did. Drap beat me at the end. I think he came in 5th or 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. BP says you kind of look like Rob Riggle. I can kind of see that a little bit. Cool. Have you gotten that one before?
Nope. I don't even know who that is.
He's a comedian. He what is he in? He's been on a lot of stuff. I'm trying to think. Wow, I feel like he's played a cop in something I saw. I don't know.
I'll look him up.
Yeah.
Is it Jack, you said?
Rob Riggle.
Rob.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a funny guy. I think I've seen him in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Maybe a long time ago. Yeah. He's a funny guy.
I think he's probably around our age now, I would guess.
1970.
Okay, he's older.
He's 55. Yeah. I'm 42, so he's got me.
Yep. I thought you were 43. I thought you were a year older than me.
82. Yes, I'm 43. I'm so old I don't even know my
Love
birthday anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
You stop counting after a while.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we have to. Do we want to add a Cam Ward or something onto this one? He's also week 10 by. Oh, we could add Tua because we've got Waddle.
Yeah, do that. Love that.
Assuming ladies first doesn't. Okay. I love the names that people like. How do you come up with ladies first as your? I guess if it's a lady, maybe it's a lady.
Could be.
Came up with that name. Sometimes I look at these underdog username choices. It's fascinating to me.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there.
Mr. Poopy Butthole, of course.
Yeah.
An all-timer.
Yeah. I put a tweet out last year regarding that one where he came in first in one of my pods. I'm like, I have to look up to Mr. Poopy Butthole all week.
Yeah. There's Skinny White Boy Big Dick or something like that. Is one of them. All right. Judkins, Rashad White, Ja'Cory Krusky Merritt, Wandale Robinson. You got a favorite here?
You need a running back. I personally think you need a running back.
Who do you like?
Oh, I don't know. Grendo, maybe. I like that offense. This is your team. I'm just hanging out.
Oh, this is our team. Come on.
Oh, okay. You took.
We got Krusky Merritt because I did not do it in time. Apparently.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which I think is fine. Like we did not take B-Rob because of we didn't want to have him with the full-on mega stack. But I think JCM probably a better pass catcher. I don't actually know if that's true, but I'm telling myself that story that he is.
Yeah, it sounds like from people that I trust, that really take a deep dive. It's more of a play against B-Rob.
Yeah.
Late season, B-Rob's just not getting it done, not getting the short yardage stuff. I think Eckler's role is pretty safe as being kind of more of a passing game guy and the 2-minute stuff. He's probably got a little bit more juice. Definitely younger legs than the other two. But
yeah, no, I think I've been taking a lot of him. Shady Vice says we're not Rick and Morty enjoyers. Is that Mr. Poop? So I watched the first 3 seasons of Rick and Morty and loved it. I did eventually stop watching. There was one season that just got a little bit too something about it just was not quite as funny to me. Maybe I just wasn't in the right mood. But I feel like I may have watched a Mr. Poopy Butthole, Rick and Morty, and I don't remember. It's also one of those shows that I don't remember everything that happens in it. Even if I think it's funny at the time, it just does not stick with me.
Man, yeah, 2013 sitcom. Oh,
Rick and Morty?
That's what I just Googled it quick. So yeah, I kind of stopped watching TV after college, really.
Wait, so you didn't know what Rick and Morty is?
No.
You've never heard of Rick? Oh my God. You should watch it. You would enjoy it. You would enjoy Rick and Morty.
I probably would. I'm just not much of a TV watcher, man. I'm just
interesting.
I don't watch a lot of TV.
I watch a fair amount of TV. More than I should.
Yeah, other than the games on Sunday, but mostly that's just red zone for the most part.
Do you watch movies, or you're just not in front of the TV?
Not in front of the TV. I'm out. I'm just getting over some really bad poison oak.
Oh no, I hate.
Just been touching. I was touching the wrong type of green. We're just always outside doing stuff, and then we make dinner and kind of hang out. With an 8-year-old daughter, we're trying to, do games and do activities and stuff like that. We're trying not to watch too much TV either.
Just one kid, right?
Yeah.
Lebanese said Mathology sounds like he has 7 kids.
Just one. Just one 7-year-old keeps us busy. But in the wintertime, we go skiing every weekend. Try Saturday, Sunday, go out skiing, sledding, ice fishing. Always doing something.
Keeping busy.
Like to stay active.
Yeah, that's good. Good for you. Good parenting to not just hang out in front of the TV all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of content, so that's kind of what I guess my scratch there is just watching streams. And
seems like you do it either at work or in the car, though.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have it up when I'm grinding spreadsheets at work or something. Looking at unsafe driving behaviors. That's what I was just doing before
nice.
I jumped on with you.
That's great.
I was like, that asshole's not wearing a seatbelt again.
Do you want to go Rashad White here? I mean, this is quite the fall, and we've got Miami built out.
Yeah, do it.
I like it. Yeah, this is a late day for you at the office, isn't it?
Yeah, typical. Yeah, usually I try to get done around 4, and I was getting ready to pack up, but I got the invite. I might as well jump on, hang out for a little bit. I'll leave after this. It's a cloudy day. We're finally getting some rain, first time in like 2 weeks, so we need it.
Good day for a draft.
Good day for a draft. We've been watering the hell out of the garden to keep our vegetables going.
Nice.
Got a bunch of cukes and tomatoes growing and peas.
Are you a gardener? Oh, let's make Jack Besh, Miles Sanders, Torrey Horton. I don't know.
I don't know. Any LAC? Philadelphia is
I don't see.
No. Yeah, I'll take.
Yeah, we'll go Besh.
Yeah, little mini correlation with Genty.
Yep.
What do we got? 2 more picks?
2. Yeah, we just made 2 more. 3, 5, 6, 2.
Yeah, who did you take before Jack? White.
Yeah, Rashad White.
Yeah, nice.
Nice little fall there.
3, 5, 6, 2. Nice. You got a lot of options here. The last 2 picks.
Somebody on Twitter just today responded to our stream from Monday and asked what the sheets were that we were talking about, referring to Easy Sheets is what you're using, which is it's like I forget the exact address. It's like a .xyz address.
Yep.
Easy.xyz maybe or something like that.
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick. Yeah, easysheet.xyz.
Okay, easysheet.xyz. That's the sheets that he's using.
Yeah.
BP says, wait, methodology, are you insurance? I do trucking insurance and risk management, so somewhat the same.
Yeah, I'm a safety director for a heavy civil construction outfit here in Vermont. So yeah, we have quite a bit of trucking, but it's mostly just aggregate to and from the plants to our job sites, and moving around our heavy equipment. But then it's all of our shared vehicles with young drivers that are our biggest problems.
Is that what your education is in?
Yeah, I went to Keene State College for you went to Keene State? Yeah, okay. I'm a Keene. I'm an owl.
We used to run against them in the cross.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh nice. We had 2 like superstars. They were like really good. One of them was Mary something. She went to my same high school in Plymouth.
Wow.
New Hampshire. But yeah, she went to nationals. She was really good.
I probably knew who she was at the time. Now I don't remember anybody's names.
Yeah, that was
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I graduated in 2005.
I graduated in 2006.
Yeah. It actually took me an extra semester because I played baseball in college and we partied pretty hard.
You did? What position were you?
Center field.
Okay.
Yeah, I played left my freshman year and sophomore year, and then moved to center my last 2 years. But yeah, I got to play as a freshman. I was more of a on base. Okay. Back in the day, I was about 20 pounds skinnier. I actually held the stolen base record for a couple years.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, I was crafty on the base path. Yeah.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
That's a sport I could never play.
Dave Roberts. I was a David Roberts type of guy,
Nice.
Get on second.
You ever rob a home run?
Back in like Little League.
Okay.
In high school, I think I had one, but nothing in college. It's big fields and with aluminum bats. Once they go fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was a good time. A lot of memories.
Yeah. Did you guys did you ever come to Tufts? Did you ever play against Tufts in baseball?
I think we did. You went to Tufts in Boston? Yeah, oh shit. So you know Boston very well then. I don't need to sing you. I don't need to send you.
I knew Boston 20 years ago. No, you were sending me. I've literally never heard of any of the places that you're sending me. So I'm like, yeah, no, this is good.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I don't. You know what? I don't know. We definitely played a lot of those similar schools, but I don't know if they were quite on the schedule all that much.
I mean, track you face a lot more teams, so it makes sense that we would face you in track, but not baseball.
Yeah, cool. Small world.
Yeah. I know you're not opposed to Mason Taylor.
No, I'm not.
Let's do it. 3-6-6-3 this one. Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes, Tua Tagovailoa, Ashton Genty, Jordan Mason, Jaden Blue, JCM, Rashad White, DJ Giddens, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Terry McLaurin, Jalen Waddle, Debo Samuel, Luther Burden, and Jack Besh at wide receiver, TJ Hawkinson, Jake Ferguson, and Mason Taylor at tight end.
Who was your 17th round pick?
Who was that? DJ Giddens.
Let's see how you did. Easy sheets, not loving it.
What's it giving us? How many points per game or per week?
110.
Oof, that is rough.
Yeah.
Not a believer in Jaden Daniels?
I don't know what happened. Usually that kind of build with a 3-6-6-3 usually turns out pretty good. I don't know where we went wrong here. We have good correlation, 5% correlation, but yeah. Maybe it's the Mahomes. Maybe it's just because it doesn't give us good credit on the Mahomes pick.
Even with the big fall. I guess we didn't. Did we end up correlating that at all? I don't think we did.
No.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll probably try again. After I'll send you on. I assume you want to leave and get home. You said you're going to go home after this one. I might do one more. You're welcome to stick around, of course.
Yeah, I'll stick around.
You're in for one more. All right.
Yeah.
Only one more, and then you can you can talk as I try to. I'm going to try to redirect this to the. I'm going on another stream tonight, and I wanted to redirect it to. I don't even know if it's out yet, but he had not posted it. The best ball guy. I'm going to be on his stream tonight. Nice. So let's get into another draft here. By the way, if you have not liked the video, would appreciate any of you liking it, subscribe, of course, trying to grow the channel. And if you want to get notified when we go live next week, we're going to be on Monday night. Next week is, of course, DraftKings Best Ball Week. So I'll be doing DraftKings drafts all week, putting a ton of content on the channel. But Mondays with Math is going to be probably 8:30 or 9 Eastern, I think. I don't remember the exact time we're decided on, but I'm flying in late that day. So we can't do it in the afternoon. We will be doing it in the evening on Monday. Check that one out. All right, we're in the 3 hole here.
Ooh, love it.
Do we want to just rank them in our order? Is it Chase, I assume, number 1?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to tell me your favorites here yet.
Well, yeah, I think Chase is 1, and then you can kind of go any way you want. I typically have a ton of Barkley because I was drafting him kind of at 2 from early in the year, and I kind of fell behind Lamb a little bit. So I'm trying to catch up with Lamb on my last couple ones because I kind of like that hero wide receiver build. If Lamb can outplay Chase and JJ, he kind of did what Chase did last year. I think could be very powerful.
Yeah,
Chase is going to crush no matter what. But maybe it's Lamb quite edges him a little bit.
All right, the draft started, so we can. Oh, okay, Chase goes obviously. So is Lamb who you would like to get here if we can?
Yeah, I'd say Lamb, Barkley, like that.
All right, got Lamb. I of course I've been drafting Justin Jefferson, and I have not relented on my drafting Justin Jefferson because I'm a Vikings fan. I got to keep buying the dip. So I have not gotten enough CeeDee Lamb as I continue to rank Jefferson ahead of him. But yeah, good to get that share. All right, I'm trying to find my stream with Best Ball Guy. It's also possible he has not put it up yet. But it looks like I am able to redirect here if I can find it.
Yeah, I saw a comment just on the easy sheet. I think if you just type in easy DFS, like in your Google bar, it should show up.
Okay.
And it's $69 for the whole drafting season, so it's definitely a good buy back in May. It's a little probably pricey now with like a couple weeks left, 3-4 weeks left.
Yeah,
but it's super affordable and it's very, very easy to do if you're doing it from desktop or phone. I like it. It's my preferred drafting method.
Billy says Mathology a real one for hopping in and doing two drafts. Very true. Very true. Yeah, Mathology was in fact all over. He was in fact at the top of the leaderboards last year. I assume he means the battle royales and such though.
Yeah, I did pretty well. I came in second quite a bit on some of this, not on the battle royale, but like in the PTPs, the primetime stuff, the 2 gamers that they do.
Yeah,
did pretty well there. But yeah, I'm going to do a whole lot more this year than last year. I got in kind of late I didn't get in late, but I didn't have my role was in DraftKings last year. I was fighting against Shady all the time in the showdowns and just getting my my butt kicked all the time by him.
Tough to compete with Shady.
Yeah. But you learn a lot. I do kind of learn a lot watching or paying attention to his builds.
Yeah.
Even though he says we shouldn't.
Right.
On Pete's stream, he's like, I don't know what you can really get because how he changes it up.
Yeah.
But.
And then he'll do late swaps and stuff. And I've heard him talk about it. Like, don't try to glean too much from it. I guess for showdown, you don't do late swaps. All right. So we've got CD Lamb, Lad McConkey falls. We could do that. Trey McBride. Who do you like? Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, let's do that Lad fall.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's weird with Lad because I've seen him fall into the 3rd round. I've seen people posting about him falling into the 3rd round. I have not had that experience myself. But so it's like maybe I should push it and see if I can get him to fall. But yeah, I think just taking him works there. Still a nice enough fall. I did see somebody posted that BBG has posted. I see it actually now, but it says I need redirect privileges. You want to go Trey McBride here or somewhere else?
I'm good with whatever you want to do. Did you see Shady's comment?
No. That's I believe it. I mean, that would make a lot of sense. Because I did see on Twitter, I don't know if you saw, there's a new thing. You can check somebody's IQ on Twitter right now. Do you see this methodology? And Shady, actually a total idiot. According to the Twitter IQ, total idiot.
Yeah. It docks him because he's probably not on it.
Yeah, I think that probably is exactly what it is. Because he was like, when I was trying to look up who are the best the best DFS players who I can find that have really low scores here, and it was Brick 75 did pretty well, but it was Nerdy Tenor was never on there. Yoda Cow, Shady Advice, all those guys. Yeah. So it probably is just comes down to how much time do you spend on Twitter?
Exactly. How much?
It's either that or random. I was trying to figure out is it completely random?
It's Big Balls. It's Elon's buddy, Big Balls, having fun with everybody.
Yeah.
So
Chris says got Bijan Bowers Lad in round 3, Jaden Daniels in 4 in a BBM. Yeah, that's fun.
That is.
But then couldn't land the plane. He says sad, very sad.
Yeah. Don't drop the baby. If you start like that.
Chris thinks it's a random number generator. I think that's my guess is that is true, but who knows?
Yeah. It's engagement farming at its
100%. Yeah.
Peak.
And we all fell for it. Because it is funny. It's a funny bit. A lot of bits you can do with it.
Yeah.
Omarion Hampton not really falling. I was kind of hoping he'd start falling a little bit, and I'd get him more at the 3-4 turn. Have you seen him fall at all in your rooms?
No. And if he does, I usually take him there at 3-4.
Yeah.
It's worth it at that price.
Yeah, agreed. I've taken him at 30-31 still. But it doesn't feel as good now. So I think I might consider now moving back to some of the wide receivers in that range, or just I think I'm always going to take Lamar or Josh Allen there ahead of him if they're available. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to be clear, I'm not concerned about the coach saying it's, oh yeah, we're going to use multiple backs. Like obviously they're going to use multiple backs. That doesn't mean anything to me, but it's just the injury to Rashawn Slater to me is all right. Maybe that hurts. That hurts a bit.
It does.
Do you want to go Trevion Henderson here? It's a little bit ahead of ADP, or do you like somebody else better?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Are you a Boston sports fan? I don't know if we talked about this.
I am.
Okay. That's what I assumed.
Yeah. I got some intel on the Pats. They're hopeful for a decent season, but they know it's
oh yeah, you told me that. We talked about that. That's
yeah,
right.
It's a defensive first, keep games close in the fourth quarter and hope they can win some ball games.
All right, so no more drafting Drake May is what I'm hearing. Do you want to go Devontae Smith?
You can, but again, if you got leg up, you're not going to get him at the price that you should get him at because they're so high on him.
Yeah, I was obviously joking. Devontae Smith, Travis Hunter.
Hunter.
Did I do it?
I think you got him.
It's taken a long time to show me. There it is. Travis Hunter. All right, nice. That's fun.
That is fun. Hunter Henderson combo could be fun.
I've been thinking more and more about like pulling guys up, particularly in the fourth round. I think just like grabbing guys from because there's so many guys I like in the fifth round. Those being two of them: Henderson, Hunter, Ridley. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of guys in that range that I like. And in the fourth round, there's often like I'm not that excited about taking Mike Evans. I probably should be, but I don't know. Just it all feels very flat to me. Do you do any of that, like moving guys up the board to get a little bit different?
Yep. Yeah. Right now, I'm trying to. I pretty much like third round for me is just grab an elite quarterback, and then with that round 4, round 5, it's just the fun wide receivers or get the projected volume running backs. Minus Chuba. I'm not really high on Chuba this year
because of the passing, like not being involved in the passing game at all.
Yeah, I just feel like we're drafting him at his ceiling. I think it's more just a price thing. I wish he was cheaper.
Yeah, he's not like a huge target for me. I'll take him sometimes. Some drafts will fall quite a bit. I think probably people.
That's what all my Chuba is him kind of falling late 5th, early 6th.
Yeah. I was just thinking about it today that like one thing that I have not done as much as I like think that I probably should is I haven't really done much zero RB. It's something that like early on I was doing a good amount, and recently I think I've done a lot more hero RB, which I do think like I want that to be a big part of my portfolio, but I think like I might try to IKB a little bit more zero RB than I have done, because I still think like there are so many good or potentially good later running backs that I've been building it as though like, okay, I'll just take the one hero and then build in these guys. But there's a part of me that thinks I should be doing more of the just take a bunch of receivers, tight ends, other positions early, and then just really hammer the range of Dylan Sampson and Jaden Blue and Bashal Tootin, those guys, and just try to get all of them. I don't know. Have you done much of that zero RB?
Early on, lately, it's been more getting kind of projected volume running backs. I do like the idea of like getting your first running back kind of maybe in this range.
Who do you like from this? We got Montgomery, Pacheco, Pollard, or anybody else you like?
I feel like we can push one around and grab another wide receiver.
Who do you like? Judy Myers?
Probably more the other group.
We got Montgomery there.
That's fine.
I'll have to So we can still probably get another, but like the wide receivers here, it's Jacoby Myers, Jordan Addison, Khalil Shakir, Jaden Reed, Chris Godwin. Anybody you like there?
Yeah, I like Addison quite a bit with a build like this where you're front loaded with 2 in the top.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
To carry, I mean, when he does get there, he's really good.
We also we're in a nice spot as far as like optionality of quarterbacks in a particular range with CeeDee Lamb, Lad McConkey, Travis Hunter, Jordan Addison, and Trey McBride. So like our next couple turns, we can start looking at quarterbacks a little bit more.
Yeah, I kind of like with that zero RB build, like targeting someone like Mason as your RB1 is, to me, is kind of appealing. Montgomery in him, you know, those types of archetype where they got, they're going to be on good teams with good O lines. They're going to score touchdowns. Seems really appealing to me to have a couple builds like that.
Yeah.
You can probably pair that with elite tight end, elite quarterback, wide receivers, and then tack on those 2 running backs. I think that'd be kind of a fun way to build it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Is Diggs a good buy at his price? I think so. Where he's going, are you in on Diggs or attacking some other
Stephon Diggs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really steamed him up. I liked his price earlier in the draft season, so that's kind of when I packed my bags, and I've been holding off since the rise. I mean, it hasn't risen a lot, but
yeah, he's only. I'm buying as he's moving up the board. I have been buying him.
Yeah,
I'm if the name of the game is getting CLV, I'm clearly not doing it as I'm attacking like Diggs as he moves up and Keenan Allen as he moves up. But I just think they're still solid values right now.
Yeah, I think Drake May will lean on him quite a bit. The only one I kind of worry about is I could see Pop Douglas just getting a lot of the easy stuff in McDaniel's offense, just in the middle of the field, wide open, just like Edelman was, and all those white kind of wide receivers that the Pats used to have, and those just the layup kind of targets.
Yeah.
Or Diggs is going to be more on an island with a cloud.
Yeah. Video of Diggs in one-on-one reps looks sus. I feel like I've heard mostly good things about how he looks.
Yeah.
First I've heard, Kyler Murray goes. Is this 89? I guess not that early.
Yeah, we got 94.
Yeah. We could always, I mean, we probably don't need to take anybody at 94. He would have been the target at 94.
Yeah. Do you think Dak will fall to 118?
I was thinking maybe Dak at 99, and then we can get potentially either McCarthy or Justin Herbert at the next turn, or possibly both.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Oh, we could take Jordan Mason here, and we are on the clock.
Let's do it. Perfect.
Nice. That's a nice little fall there on Mason. So you like the idea of taking Dak here?
I do. Yeah, let's pull up Dak.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's one thing like the Easy Sheets does. It's like, okay, it looks at your build and like what the adjusted rank or like ADP should be for that stack. So that he's at 106, ADP at 106, and that it boosted up to 82. So it's like this, you could reach up to like pick 82 to get that stack.
Okay.
So that's kind of like, it shows you like if you can, push them further, great, but it's not really worth it because you're still getting that boost, correlation boost on the build.
Yep. And obviously same thing with the sidekick here showing me like, all right, these are where we are right now. This is your rankings. Yeah, it's interesting though.
Yeah. Like right now they have JJ McCarthy up at 79 for us, pick 79 for us. I mean, granted, his ADP is 123, but like they're saying it's a good pick at pick 79.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
So that's like how you can kind of play it. Like, should I reach for my quarterback or not? Like, in this build, it's worth it, right now.
Now you're speaking my language. When you use the example of JJ McCarthy, now I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Pull JJ McCarthy way up.
And Justin Herbert is at 94. Trevor Lawrence is at 99. Goff's at 102 right now.
Okay.
Kind of ranks it that way.
Nice.
Yeah.
So potentially two quarterbacks. I would think we're probably targeting 2 quarterbacks here, unless like there's a huge run on quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And we don't like anybody. I didn't realize the what is in here with us.
Oh, nice.
OAZ Cards in here with us. Anybody else? Good to see you guys. Although the what was just sniping Pete like crazy on his stream. So I don't know. Don't know if we can trust the guy.
On the Bash one,
Yeah, on the I forget which one it was.
or was it the second?
I think it was actually in the Bash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaky. There he is.
They talked about Minnesota beer a little bit. Yeah, it was in the Bash because it was when Matt was on, and he said somebody asked him, "What beer do you like?" And he said, "Name a state, and I'll tell you the beer that I like in that state." And then somebody said Minnesota, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know." And he said Hams. Hams is the only one I could think. Do you know beers from different states, or you're mostly a local beer drinker?
I'll definitely do my research when I'm heading to different states,
Okay.
And cities. But yeah, here in New England, we're pretty spoiled. We got a lot of.
You're very spoiled. Yeah.
I'm heading to Pittsburgh in September, like third week in September. So if anyone knows any spots to go, let me know.
Nice.
I'd do a quick work trip Wednesday, Thursday, fly out Friday. I might be there Tuesday night. I might try to get see if what the Pirates are playing. Maybe catch a ball game.
Should we go McCarthy first? It's probably by ADP. McCarthy versus Herbert. McCarthy is the earlier ADP. So I think we go there first. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I forgot we also have the Trevor out.
Yep.
We've got a nice spot here. Yeah, I do not know. Beers in different regions, like in general, I couldn't name that many. Boston, obviously, Sam Adams. Sam Adams is mostly what I drank while I was there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones now in Boston. There's a ton. Trillium, like I said.
Shady says his wife likes Sly Fox Brewing in Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna write that down. Sly
Fox Brewing.
Sly Fox Brewing. Go check it out. Thank you, Shady.
Keenan Allen goes. I mean, he wasn't coming back to us.
Can't have nice things, man.
Herbert or T-Law or somebody else. I assume one of these.
I kind of like stacking up our two best wide receivers.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know,
Herbert, come on down.
Come on down.
Yeah, team looking good. Dak, JJ McCarthy, Justin Herbert, Travion Henderson, Dave Montgomery, Jordan Mason, CeeDee Lamb, Ladd McConkey, Travis Hunter, Jordan Addison, and Trey McBride so far.
Yeah, it's great. It's grading out a lot better than the last one.
Nice.
We're already up to 103.
Ooh, all right. We're getting there. I wanted to say like, oh, maybe we don't look good in the easy sheets, but we're gonna look great in the if we got the Sims from the sidekick to grade us. But then it's like, no, I'm IKBing way too much. They'd be like, what are you doing? This team is terrible. But no, I think this team's turned out nicely. We're mostly taking at least players near the top, if not at the top.
Yeah. It's good to play around with it. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of builds that you're clicking top one every time.
Yeah, there are.
Just have different stuff out there. See what one can lasso the moon. You know, sun run it at the end.
I think I typically, when I'm streaming, take fewer risks than like if I'm just doing like a slow draft or a draft. I guess a slow draft generally more so than anything, like a slow draft, because I think the sidekick will often like lead you into more like with Pat and I in the last one. I was like, we really need a quarterback, but it's still telling us take Pop Douglas. I feel like if I were usually if I'm streaming by myself, I'll just get the quarterback there. Like I'm not taking nearly as many risks, which is I don't even know like why I do that, but I feel like I'm generally more risk averse when I'm streaming. I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to make this happen, trying to like put together a narrative with my team. So I'm less likely to take those risks where I'm like going to get stuck in a spot and I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Pros and cons. I mean, there's some rooms that are going to, everybody's playing chicken with the quarterbacks and they're pushing them way down. And those are sometimes those super teams when you get the room like that. But with so many different levels of players right now in these draft rooms, it just takes one or two guys just quarterback runs go pretty nuts, and then you're left taking some pretty bad quarterbacks late.
Yep.
I would prefer to be stacked up with your wide receiver ones majority of the time, like we are here.
Yeah, me too.
this is really comfortable right now. You have so much flexibility what you want to do.
All right, Kyle Williams is here. Dallas Goedert. Tank Bigsby, if you like him. Tyjae Spears, if you want to buy either of those dips.
Did we miss out on the Dallas double on the tight end? Yeah,
Ferguson went. We got Kyle Williams, which was the top of the sidekick. That's a nice thing. I queue up the sidekick pick so that we can, at the worst case scenario, we're just getting the top of the sidekick, which feels pretty good. So I'm putting Goddard, Spears at the top here. We could buy Tootin's already gone, so we could buy Bigsby if you want. Jaden Blue. Anybody you like in this?
I don't mind Spears with this build.
Yeah, we do already have one tight end, so we're not like desperate there.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have that or that running back 4 right now.
Works for me. All right, there we go. So now we're up to Dak Prescott, J.J. McCarthy, Justin Herbert, Trevion Henderson, David Montgomery, Jordan Mason, Tyjae Spears, CeeDee Lamb, Lad McConkey, Travis Hunter, Jordan Addison, Kyle Williams, and Trey McBride. 3, 4, 5, 1.
Yeah, it's nice. A high ankle for Spears. It might, but Pollard isn't, he's not one of those guys that stays healthy throughout his whole season-long career either. So it's more of kind of a back-weighted play.
Yep.
You're getting him. He's a good-sized fall. He usually goes in the one, kind of more in the 120, 130s, and get him closer to 150 right now. It feels pretty good.
Yeah. How are you feeling about like the Quinshon Judkins? I talked about it with Pat earlier a little bit. The Quinshon Judkins, because you can get him at pick 160 a lot of the time now. Are you buying that dip, or is that a stay away spot for you?
Yeah, I'm staying away.
I'm mostly staying away, but I've gotten to the point of like, all right, if he goes late enough, it's tough because it's like I feel like it's like when I click it, it feels like a likely 0, which I'm probably like overweighting the odds of it being a 0. But it's like, man, there's just a really good chance to pick. It's tough to click that. But then the other side of it is, as Pat was saying, like it's not the most likely scenario that it's going to be a 0, and then he could just be really good. So even on Cleveland, if he is really good, maybe he can do something. I don't know. It's one of the tougher like decisions to make. I think where is that point where it's worth it to take that chance.
Yeah, 17th, 18th round for me, I think.
Yeah.
They're just that team is going to just be so bad. Like they're going to be so bad. Like I don't see them winning any games. So they're not going to be running the ball. If anything, will be throwing it, but then they're going to be playing these rookies, throwing them to the fire at the end of the season. I could just see it like, what's the point of trying to score 1 touchdown? He's going to score 1 touchdown potentially for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing though. Like I hear that argument, and then I'm like, I'm still clicking a lot of Jerome Ford and Dylan Sampson. Are you off on all those guys? I guess.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. All Cleveland for me is just what's the point? I don't see that team exploding and scoring 3 touchdowns a game. I just don't see it. I see a lot of field goals and a lot of INTs going the other way. Do
you like Quentin Johnston, Dante Thornton, Adam Thielen? Anybody like your Kate Otten?
Man.
We got Dante Thornton.
Thornton's fine, yeah. I like Likely. I think Likely is going to come back a little bit faster than people think. So we got Thornton. Dante Thornton.
We got Thornton.
Yeah.
We could add on a Washington running back for our Dallas deck if you wanted with Eckler or JCM. I've got Likely queued up.
Yeah, I like Likely here. Good players on good teams. Gets a lot of end zone targets. He might miss the first week, but he's a game.
Likely goes. We still could Quentin Johnston add him onto our Chargers deck. We could do Eckler or JCM.
Let's get QJ.
Okay. It's a nice little fall. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if this is a fall like right now. You can never tell because he's clearly falling in ADB. I don't know if this is I think this is still beyond where he usually goes though. 171.
Yeah,
So
it's according to the ADP right now, he's 11, almost a full round fall.
Yeah.
Right now, so it's stacked up.
oh, we took Charles's double. You took my double, but you're not taking my Lamar stack. What double did we take from Charles? Bijan, Jacobs, Lamar. Oh, Rice. No, we don't have.
No, that was last draft with Mahomes. I don't
Who
know.
is his double? I don't know. He's got Keenan Allen.
Maybe he was thinking, oh, we didn't take Geno.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what double he could have had that we took. I don't know. I'm lost.
Oh,
he can explain.
He has Geno, and we took Thornton.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
what
see.
it
I
was.
see. Yeah.
Probably has Bowers, be my guess. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Or the other wide receiver there. I forget his name right now.
Yeah, he's got Myers, Jacoby Myers.
Myers. Yeah.
You can still do Jack Besh probably.
Yeah, there you go. Grab Bash.
Nothing wrong with that.
Matt Hartman likes Bash quite a bit. I was listening to a pod.
Oh, does he?
They're doing their free kind of going conference by conference deep dives and their best wide receivers in each conference and stuff. They had good things to say about Bash. It all depends on how they use them. You know, again, with how the marriage of the skill talent to the offense, and that's what they talk a lot about. What this player's good at, what kind of routes this player's good at, and how the offense is going to use them, or if it's going to be like Quentin Johnson 2 years ago, where they just set him up for failure from jump street.
Yeah.
You know? So
interesting.
Some good ball knowing takes and good ball knowing conversations.
Yeah, they're good for that stuff.
Yeah.
Matt Harmon. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at a 3-4-7-1. So the sidekick is telling us we probably want a tight end. Do you like Kate Otten, Mason Taylor?
I'd rather go Taylor than Otten. I think Otten's gonna. I think the talent's gonna really be there, and he's not gonna get the spillover that he's had from years past.
Now we're at 3-4-7-2. So we probably want one more running back. We've got Trevion Henderson, Dave Montgomery, Jordan Mason, Tyjae Spears.
Yeah.
Sidekick likes Miles Sanders for this team. DJ Giddens, Taj Brooks, Jarquez Hunter.
Yeah, I agree with the sidekick.
Do you like Miles Sanders of this group?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I do worry about Jerry Jones doing something crazy at the 11th hour, shaking up everything. But
you
know, this team right now, that's it. Hopefully it's a safe. There's only those three guys, and he'll get an opportunity to see the field pretty early, because we're going to need some early season points with Trayvon as our running back one. But I do think Montgomery will be
and Tyjae in there is a little bit risky. Yeah,
exactly.
And Mason, like, he should score some right away, but this is definitely more of a, like, you're hoping for later season scoring.
Right.
So I think Miles Sanders is a good pick. Sidekick thinks we need another running back, which seems right to me.
Yeah. Yeah, DJ option, Blake Corum.
Are you a Corum over Jarquez Hunter guy or no?
I've been mostly doing Hunter over Corum, but the coach speak seems to be thinking the other way right now from what we read on a day-to-day basis. But again, I think the explosiveness. And the other one that I don't think we really need it, but could be interesting is Turpin.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
If only he were running back eligible, I would be. Right. I'm super into Turpin as a late round pick, but I feel like we need somebody that's like running back eligible. Yeah. You buying any Marshawn Lloyd right now?
I actually just selected him in the 18th round yesterday, and I had a love thing going. I added him at the end. I think it was a love double.
Nice.
Because Love was falling yesterday like crazy after the left hand procedure.
It's the smallest thing, yeah.
I think I got him in the 150s yesterday. It was crazy. So I took advantage of that. I don't know if that leveled out today or not. But that was fun yesterday.
Giddens your top pick here?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Nice. That's the final team. 3-6-7-2, which I think is what we did last time. Dak Prescott, JJ McCarthy, Justin Herbert, Trevion Henderson, David Montgomery, Jordan Mason, Tyjae Spears, Miles Sanders, DJ Giddens, CeeDee Lamb, Ladd McConkey, Travis Hunter, Jordan Addison, Cal Williams, Dante Thornton, Quentin Johnston, Trey McBride, and Mason Taylor. How give me the review from the easy sheets.
7% boost was great. We got quite a bit week 17, ton of week 16, and week 15 built out with our main stacks. So really good in the pod, and the points per game correlated boost puts us at 120.
All right, so 130 is kind of your goal, right? So 120 is like not as bad as the last time, but got a little improvement. Okay.
Yeah, it's a solid team, high advance rate team, and then we got a lot of game environments in the pod lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go easy cards. Now taking a shower to wash off the filth from when I was worried about Dameon Pierce getting sniped. Yeah, I mean, if you're worried about Dameon Pierce getting sniped, you're in trouble, brother.
Yeah.
By the way, I mentioned that I'm going to be on Best Ball Guys stream. That is going to start in 1 hour. So it's actually 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central. If you want to check that out. I have not gotten permission to. Okay, he doesn't know how to. I don't know how to do it either, so I can't direct him on how to give me permission. So we're not going to be redirecting from this stream unless I can do it afterwards. So unfortunately, not going to be able to do that. But yeah, just go check out. You can search Best Ball Guy if you don't already know him. Go check us out there. We'll be streaming. I think we're going to be doing a BBM, but I'm not sure. Math, thank you for joining for these couple drafts. This is a lot of fun. You have anything to sell?
Oh no, check out the stream with BBG and Neil. It'll be fun. You guys can talk a little West Coastal surfing.
Yeah, he's a surf instructor. So
yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then he's got, he can talk about lifting and stretching. He could probably help you out with your calf, Neil.
Maybe. I don't know. Have you listened to his advice? I mean, he's a guy who does push-ups in between his bench press. Like, I mean, is this a guy I want advice from on recovery? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's definitely worth asking about. See what he says.
That's true. It'll be fun.
If he shows you some potion, then you know what's up.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Just rub this on it.
Yeah. So check that out with me and BBG in an hour. And then Math and I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm doing a DraftKings stream. Then I'm heading out of town. I'm going out to Boston from Friday through Monday. Be coming in late on Monday. Math will also be back from his trip, and we'll be streaming in the evening on Mondays with Math. Come check that out as well. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you want to get alerts when we go live. All right, Math, this is fun. Thanks for joining. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. See you in an hour. Check you later.